Look who's back in the motherfucking house with a fat dick for your motherfucking. Nah, it's playing. What up, y'all? What's good? What's good? What's good? GDB's back in the building. A little hiatus, I guess.
Been a minute. It's been a minute.
Wasn't nothing going on. A
So,
little bit. A little bit.
yeah, it's been since February 22nd. So I made a
February.
little list. So since Gold Digger Bastards have been off, we've had St. Patrick's Day, we've had Easter Day, we've had April Fool's Day, we've had a fucking eclipse, we have the diddler striking, we got the A's going to Sacramento, we got start of the
Oh,
MLB
fuck, forgot
season,
about that.
NFL free agency, NFL trade. Stephon Diggs has gone to the Houston Texans.
Damn.
Anthony Joshua knocked the fuck out of Ngannou, knocked him into the shadow realm.
Damn, all
Teofimo
that
took
shit
a
did happen.
Teofimo took an L, but they gave him the decision. Bullshit decision. Tyson and Jake Paul has been announced for a July fight. David Benavidez was drunk at boxing matches. NCAA tourney, as you see, UConn did a big, won it all back to back. Had an earthquake in New York, which never happens, 4.8. J. Cole dissed Kendrick, and then J. Cole
And
apologized to Kendrick.
apologized. Yeah, we get into that.
Haney and Ryan Garcia had much drama through the
Oh,
month of
Jesus.
March, April, early April. What else? Man, what else? WrestleMania happened. We had The Rock getting chokeslammed by The Undertaker out the cuts last night. It's been wild, man. A's going to
Yeah,
Sacramento.
a lot of shit.
Giants have added Blake Snell. Shit, what else? Yeah, is that it? Shit, I think that's
Well,
everything.
yeah,
I'm
for right
sure there's
now.
more.
Well,
Man.
first and foremost, if you haven't already, hit the like, subscribe, hit the bell too, right? Click on all because obviously we be hitting the cut for a minute and then coming back when we're not knowing. So I keep saying, hit that bell because we don't know when we come on, but when we went on, you know. With the shit.
Yeah,
Fuck,
so
back at
man, it's been wild. We've been off. Just schedule's been fucked up. Everybody's schedule. We all work hella hours.
We're all working and shit.
You know,
Yeah.
we all got families, so it's been a bitch getting it together. But we're back for a short episode tonight. Just kind of going off some of the shit I mentioned already.
Let
We're gonna be
let
talking
you
about.
know we alive.
We're
No
alive.
doubt. We're alive and
Barely.
kicking. Barely doing it. But yeah, so this is a motherfucking episode 122 in this
Is it
bit.
even 122? Might not even be. I don't know.
It is 122.
Okay. I thought we already had a 122, but I don't know. It's been so long. I could be wrong.
121. No.
So
Anyway, fuck that. So, like I said,
Leo don't want to show his face because he took Purdue, so he's hiding out. I won the bracket his boy was in. His boy had. I took the tourney win.
there you go.
UConn back to back.
There he goes. He might coming on.
Won
He's coming on.
Won some big money last year. Doubled up this year. Hit again on UConn. I hadn't even watched a single game until the tourney started. I'm tournament tested. I'm tournament tested. I just turn it on when I need to at this point.
I ain't watched none of that shit.
Steph Curry of this college basketball shit.
Speaking of which, so I think we pretty much solidified the 10th. Well, anyway, that's back with it. So, like you said,
Warriors, man, the shit,
crazy day,
all the drama they've been through since we've been gone. Shit, they've been looking like contenders. They've been looking like bums. Draymond's been good. Draymond's been bad. Draymond's been getting ejected. Steph's been hot. Steph's been cold. Clay been hot. Clay been cold.
Yeah, we don't know what the hell's going on.
Kuminga been in. Kuminga been out.
Yeah, what the hell's up going on with him? Is he still injured or is he injured? What the fuck
I don't know. Steve Kerr seems like he's just playing mind games with the fans, with the team. Hopefully it works out, but it looks like we're most likely going to end up in the 10th seed.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
We'll be playing Lakers or Kings. If I had my choice, I would choose the Kings because we be punking on them. I think we have a better chance beating them. I think we still beat the Lakers, but it's gonna be hard out of that 10 seed because in the 10 seed in the
you gotta play good. Yeah,
you gotta play two. You automatically have to win 2 games. Whereas if you get the 7 or 8, you could lose one and still get another shot. But looks like we're not gonna be getting that luxury.
Well, Fucking do it. Anyway, like you're saying, eclipse day. Everyone's fucking tripping. Don't look at the sky and shit. Stupid flat earth motherfuckers saying that's not the moon that eclipses. It's a fucking who knows what the fuck it is. Even though we all know it's a goddamn moon. That's the whole point of fucking eclipse. But yeah, someone was saying too, it's fucking supposed to be dark for 3 days and shit like that. These motherfuckers be goofy. Just eclipse shit.
Yeah, I don't even give these guys the time of day. These bozos on conspiracy theories.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
I
conspiracy.
believe in some conspiracy theories, but
Yeah,
these guys be on some other shit. I
yeah,
just
it's
tune
goofy
it
shit.
out. A lot of it is politically charged conspiracy
Yeah,
theories now.
because there's a lot of shit behind this one, right? They're trying to say fucking were they trying to issue like fucking warnings and shit because of whatever else, trying to probably scare motherfuckers and making them panic as usual.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who
I
fucking
wasn't even
knows?
tripping. I
Who
was
fucking
just
knows?
chilling. I got my Eclipse glasses, even though we couldn't see shit in Cali. It was terrible. I got my
Yeah,
Eclipse glasses. For the
see it out
last
here.
one, the last one I think was in, I don't know, sometime last year or late last year, and I got some Eclipse binoculars and shit.
It was one. There was one a few years ago. What the hell? Ah, yeah. What was I was filming something?
2017, I think, was the
Yeah,
last.
it was somewhere around
So,
there. Yeah, because that bitch was it was like all red and shit. So it was
well,
a
that
weird
was a
kind of
lunar.
fucking.
Lunars are red. Solars are either like a light
No,
bluish.
it was a solar eclipse, but it was just
Oh, it was the annular then.
yeah, probably because it was all red and shit.
The annular one
Right.
is the one that looks like a ring of fire. That was the one that we had today, where it's like a ring, and the solar looks more of like a blue haze coming out the sides of it. Basically, if you
Yeah, it
want
was fun.
eclipses, you came to the right place because
If you want,
GWT, we know everything. Eclipses, everything. Tournament
anything you fucking
challenges.
want. So let's get into that. So UConn wins the Final Four for the fucking umpteenth fucking time, and nah, I mean, it seems like they
Sixth
win that
time, I
shit like
believe.
every. Seems like they win it every fucking year, especially
I
like
think this was
recently.
their sixth. They dominated this tournament, though. They were just
Didn't they win that shit? I thought they won it
last year.
last year too.
They
Yeah,
did
right.
back to back.
Yeah. So I mean, fuck. It just seems like these dudes, they just fucking stay living in that fucking Final Four.
Their coach is really good. Bobby Hurley's brother. Bobby Hurley passed away. He used to play for Duke. He was a good player. So their whole family, their dad was a coach. He has them playing solid basketball. They're going to be tough even next year. So that might be my early hot pick is to take UConn again for the 3-peat. There's
Why
gonna be
not?
there's gonna be some 3-peats going around. I believe there's gonna be another one going around. I know that
Nah.
angers some people on this podcast, but
No,
hey,
it's not anger. It just ain't. It ain't popping off like that.
I'm
It
predicting
ain't
two
going down like
3-peats in this 2024-2025.
that. Nah, I don't know about that. I don't know.
It's a
But
pretty good
anyway,
tourney though overall. He had some upsets as always, but I mean the cream always rises to the top in tournament play for the most part. And UConn, they were the best team in my estimation, even though I hadn't watched any college games. I knew they had better coaching and they execute. They could play multiple styles. They could slow it up. They got a good jump shooting team. They play good defense. You know, the key to championships in any sport is defense. They do a pretty good job. Zach Edey played really good. He's dominant for Purdue, but I just knew Klingon would be able to slow him down a little bit, do
get
just
in there.
enough to tire him
Oh
out. And
shit!
yeah,
Look,
he got tired. He got tired second half.
oh, look at this UConn Shmucon.
Yeah, he's bitter. He's bitter.
Yeah.
He took Purdue.
Yeah,
Well,
well, he does
you
good
know.
until the last. He always fails in the end. And then we got Big Will, Big Willie style. What up, Will? What's good with you? And they said the women's tourney was hype. I don't give a fuck about no fucking women. God damn it. Oh, William, we
Women's
don't give a
tournament
fuck
was
about
good.
no women.
I watched
Fuck
a
them
couple
women.
games, but
Fuck them hoes. No,
it was
man.
good. It was solid. There were some good teams in there. They had some good matchups. They were closer games. UConn just blew everybody out. I mean, they won every game by double digits. So there's that.
Yeah. Shout out. Oh yeah. So shout out to fucking William. I guess his birthday a couple days ago. I forgot to say happy birthday. So happy birthday, motherfucker.
Yeah,
Hope it was
April
good.
birthdays. You know, this is when I'm in my primes, my mega mode. April 13th, the day of the chosen one.
Nobody cares. Fortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Just playing. So who is this? So this Caitlin. So so what happened? Did they win? Did
Every
Caitlin,
season, baby.
Caitlin Longface Clark. She fucking won it. Is that what's going? Or are they
No,
still waiting
South
to play?
Carolina dominated them.
Oh, good. Getting tired of that
Yeah,
bitch.
last night they lost. South Carolina, they got a beast. Down low, that center is a monster.
Good.
Unstoppable.
Good, because she's getting on my fucking nerves. Everyone fucking on her nuts. It was fucking something. Anyway.
Oh, you know how that goes.
Yeah, you already know. He's getting a
I'm
UConn
not getting a
tattoo.
UConn hat.
He's getting UConn tattoo.
Maybe I will. I want some. They won me a couple G's the last couple of seasons, so maybe I'll get a little UConn memorabilia.
There you go.
Pay back the foundation.
And said the William needed makeup. It's hilarious. They don't, and that won't do absolutely nothing to some of them because they still look like fucking some. He said all of them.
Cheryl Miller, to me, still the best women's basketball player of all time.
Yeah. It's not saying much. Women's been lackluster for a while. So, whatever. They don't sell the tickets. If they fucking be dunking and shit like that and just fucking throwing oops and doing all the cold shit, maybe. But, you know, relax. Fine going on. Damn. I was sick for a couple days. My fucking throat's all scratchy and shit.
Yeah, we know why.
Just getting over it. Nah, we don't. I don't know why. It's just fucking what happened. You know what it is. All right, so that's So UConn won, South Carolina won. It's good. All right, now we're into fucking baseball. But Leo ain't here to talk about that because I don't know what the fuck's going on with baseball because it started about a week ago or something, a week or so.
Yeah,
there he is. There he is. Oh, speaking of which, oh, look at this guy.
I'm back, fellas.
What happened to Purdue?
The real reason why people tune into the GDBs.
So you can yell at them. You can yell at them.
Back to back.
It's the lingerie needed for the NCAA. That shit won't make no difference either.
But yo, Will, relax, bro.
Some of them built like
the ladies are allowed to play hoops. Come on.
Some of them built like the fucking men's squad, so I don't know what the fuck that's about.
So we haven't been back in a month. Y'all already trying to goddamn cancel. Can we get in like for at least 10 minutes in here? God damn, man.
Yeah, a bunch of KDs playing in the women's tournament.
Now the women's tournament was it was sick this year. I'll watch a couple of games.
Chapman is the truth.
Yeah, man, what's going on? Giants are losing. What are we doing?
I don't know. What you tell us?
I took Newton to win college MVP. Hit that too. Cash me outside.
Never mind. The Giants are losing 7-1.
Damn, 7-1.
Yeah.
But I mean, the season just started. What, like a week ago or something like that? 9 days ago?
About a week already. Yeah.
Oh.
Over a week. Yeah.
There you go.
All right, so what we saw? UConn
we forgot the fucking the controversy of fucking your boy, fucking gambler.
Oh shit! Forgot about that one. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Parlay King.
That's just wild. That story's wild.
Parlay.
That's some bullshit.
Money.
I ain't buying. I ain't buying
money?
That. He wasn't translating.
Money.
He was translating parlay bets for him.
Yeah, he wasn't translating.
I get you. I want to put some money. Otani knows
fire your translator. How you even know to fire?
Yeah, he was doing some. He was doing some like off. Was it like a offshore account transferring money here and there?
MLB just don't want to. They don't want to push the issue because they don't want their baby face getting kicked out of the league like they did to Pete Rose back in the day. They're not trying to do all that. They're trying to me, they're just trying to sweep it under the rug.
What? Can we let that motherfucker in the Hall of Fame? I think it's been long enough. Can't they let that motherfucker back in the Hall of Fame? Like, goddamn, dude.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they got egg on their face with this one because they're not trying to do nothing
this year. And with the Major League Baseball. Yeah, you got Otani. You got that whole shit that's going on with Oakland and the A's. They're about to play in
Yeah.
You mean
Sacramento starting
Sacramento?
next year.
You mean the Sacramento? A's?
Sacramento, eh? How the fuck? Dude, who the fuck
Roseville
was
A's?
Sacramento?
About to be the Roseville A's. Shout out to Roseville.
Oh, you know about Roseville. Niggas
Shout
fuckers
out
get
to the
lost.
Roseville
You can go to
Triangle.
Roseville now.
Fuckers
Dude.
get,
I'm gonna watch
fuckers get
games.
lost in Roseville.
Shout out to the Roseville
Even them
Triangle
all.
in the
And
early 2000 when Womack used to get lost with no GPS. Well, he used to get lost in the Roseville Triangle. He had the Fairfield Triangle. There's no fucking cell phone reception too.
There was a
lot of shit
was
going
that?
on.
That was when I had the
Otani.
was that in the that was in 06, right? When I had that pool tournament.
I don't fucking know when your pro tournaments were.
I don't know.
Yeah. That was cold. After that, she linked up
At a
with
swing
your
pool
boy.
tournament? What kind of tournament?
Yeah, that's the one
Oh,
where he
cool.
lost to the dude who looked like Eric Morales. Whooped his ass
Yeah.
in pool. And then we seen Morales at the club doing it big afterwards.
Yeah, big.
Had a
They had like a
VIP
little
section.
penthouse. Yeah, they had like a penthouse.
He was stunting on Womack.
Shit, fuck sure was.
We were doing it big though that night. Popping
Yeah.
collars as usual. But Bingas, Cuddy with
Bingas,
Bingas,
yeah.
you know.
Bingo, someone was acting shook. Didn't want to fuck go. Didn't have the shoes. What do you think? Was that or was that a different night?
Ooh.
I don't know. What they all kind of
I
blurred
think that was
together.
a different night. I think
Wow.
we were so many Reno trips.
They all
Reno is our Atlantic City on the West Coast, pretty much for us.
Yeah. Just came back. It was all right.
Who has had the most shots in Reno trips? I don't know. That's going to be a tough one to call.
he's doing the P Diddy. All right, yeah. Link. I put the link in the chat right there, Will. So go in there. Shmoney, you want to come on there? Go ahead and do that. Fuck Cody Rhodes. Fuck Cody Rhodes. Fucking goofball. Fuck Cody. He was doing the P Diddy if you want to, because there I can get it if you want to.
Come on, Womack. Shut the fuck up. I'm about to leave. Fuck this. I didn't come back for this.
P Diddy. Forgot that one too. How could we forget that? Jesus Christ, this was hella shit that went down. Fucking, we're not around. Lord,
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
Yeah, P. Diddy's been questionable for years. Very questionable.
I mean, there's been talk
It's
of
been
P. Diddy
there.
doing
Yeah,
weird ass shit since back in the day.
It's been
He
everywhere.
would make dudes do gay shit and then take pictures of him and blackmail him and shit like that.
There's no surprise. There's no surprise in any of this.
I'm not surprised.
Jay-Z, I heard, is the next one that's going to go down.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying. I won't be surprised with that either.
He's a snake. I mean, I liked early Jay when he started getting real popular and everybody started getting on his nuts. To me, he went downhill. But you talk about Reasonable Doubt, you talk about classic album.
There he is. What up, Will?
Yeah, what
Will.
up, Will? What's cracking?
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. I hear you.
We doing broadcast from the bathroom again? Is
Nah.
that what
Live from the dungeon.
live from the throne, the home throne?
Yeah.
He's broadcasted from the new A Stadium in Roseville.
Oh man, now Roseville's a nice place. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
No,
I fuck
Roseville's
with
cool.
Roseville.
Roseville's cool.
Roseville
I
A's.
just came back from there. I went up there spring break and did some stuff up there with the family and shit.
Yes, sir.
They just trying to get. He's trying to get everyone from Oakland the fuck up out of there.
For real.
They sent the fuck right. They sent them to the desert.
I moved out. I lived there for 5 years. No more.
Jeez.
Oakland is it's rough.
Nah, I'm good. I ain't fucking with Oakland right now.
Trying to
Shit,
go
even
through
San Leandro's hot, man.
Yeah, I know. My brother lived out there, man. It's I'm
Yeah, I
finding
stay
one
in
that
San
quick.
Lorenzo, and it's like, yeah, it's getting grimy over there. A lot of robberies, gunpoint robberies.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mailman getting robbed out there. Oh man.
I'd be happy if they send me up to Rockland. I live in Roseville. It's about the last bastion of hope out here.
In Rockland.
Yeah, Roseville's cool. Roseville and Rockland.
Yeah, Roseville,
And
Rockland.
you got Folsom Lake right down there.
Hey,
We got Folsom Lake.
I ain't worried about that, brother. You know Thunder Valley right there. Get some
Oh yeah,
poker,
Thunder
get
Valley
some
too.
poker and
Hey,
bet.
does Thunder Valley still have a fat burger in there? I know they used to have a fat burger back in the day.
I don't
Might
know.
probably gone by now.
Probably gone by now. I know Grayton used to have one.
Yeah, not too much. Everything kind of just switched up with COVID.
Might as well go to Cash Creek.
All the restaurants.
No. Nah. Cash Creek.
All the restaurants closed from COVID, man.
Yeah.
They closed early too.
Cash Creek is for concerts only. If you
Cash
didn't,
Creek.
you want Grayton or Thunder Valley, or just go to.
I haven't been to Cash Creek in 15 years, man. Damn.
Yeah.
Cash
Been
Creek.
there in a minute. When that's a kid, that was a kid spot for a minute, wasn't it? Kid,
Yeah.
was a kid. That
Not
was
a kid.
not a kid.
Who that kid?
no, he Colombian now. He changed nationalities on us.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. MC Womack, what are we doing here? What are we?
Let's do it. What we got?
Well, no,
You
so
just wanna
there's
freestyle?
a whole lot. I mean, we could do all that shit. Well, let's get back
Well, I
into
don't know.
it.
You're
So-
running the show, so you do what you
Yeah, I
want.
am. So shut the fuck up and run, bitch. Anyway, so so we had a lot of off-season shit. Like I said, it's been a minute since fucking GDBs has fucking rocked the mic. So let's kind of fucking recap on what's going on with these motherfuckers, right? So big one was what? Eric Armstead bouncing because
Thank God.
supposedly supposedly we offered him $6 million a year, which
I wouldn't offer him. I would offer him a bagel dog.
yeah,
Bagel dog.
yeah, 3.
I got me and Leo got pretty much everything on the Discord.
Yeah.
With all this
All the
shit?
things you guys missed, we sure
It's
didn't
right
miss.
there. Okay, well there you go.
Discord, fellas.
Good. On the national level, though, you gotta put it up. So he took it, I guess, offensively. What they said, the disrespect, and I was arguing with these idiots on Twitter about
Disrespect for what? This dude had one
yeah.
good season.
He never played. Yeah, he had one good season, and even that one good season, he never played a full season. So come on.
And I wanted him traded after that season, when that Super Bowl season, the first one, the Jimmy one. I was like, trade him right now. This is gonna be the best value you're gonna get for him. And people were like, "No, man, keep him, man." Blah blah. blah. Fuck out of here. They should have traded him.
Should have
Traded him.
At least kept him instead of kept Buckner instead of fucking that dude, because I was all for.
Well, that was just bungled. That was just fucked up by the Niners by making it an even swap
cheap.
Instead of just trading back and getting multiple picks.
They tried to be cheap and then still overpaid.
But see, this is the difference though, because they got him, I guess, that year for 18. It was like a $4 million. It was like probably a $4 or $5 million difference between the two. I just fucking took fucking Buckner if that's the case. He's $4 or $5 million better than fucking Armstead.
You're not
those
wrong.
were all bulk guys, right? Both
is-
those
yeah.
are bulk guys.
They're both guys, and this is Jay
I would
York we talking
have
about.
shipped them to bulk wherever the fuck.
And that,
he was at. Jacksonville.
because that's where he ended up going, right to the fucking Jags, where the bulk is the fuck and overpaid for his ass. So I mean,
Yeah.
the only
Makes sense to me.
motherfucker that would have paid him that much. No one else is touching that shit, right?
Mhm.
Fuck out of here. We're not.
He would have came back on a discount if it wasn't for Bulky. I'm sorry, if it wasn't for Bulky.
Yeah, man.
Bulky, fucking
I didn't want him.
bastard.
I've been wanting Armstead gone. Everybody's like, he does so much, you just don't watch the film.
But
And
what
I'm
did
like,
he
"Man,
do though?
I watched
No,
enough film.
I watched enough to show he disappeared. I was arguing with your boy on there, Rich, and he's like, "Oh, he makes an impact." And I'm like, "Come on, man." Well,
Well, you can't make an impact when you're not on the field. That's number one. Number two, this year under one of it's Wilkes, but the other thing is run defense since 2019 for him specifically has been. I mean, his PFF grade's been going down every single year. So,
well, he's not. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, not that I really give a shit about like PFF, but still, I mean, if you're gonna go off of something and go by that, but yeah, it's like like he ain't fucking done nothing.
Nah, he's
Houston what?
He's an average.
He was a key piece to the Niners. Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
he was a piece. But yeah, like we said, he was getting hurt a lot.
If we're being honest,
he's not a dime.
Sorry to cut you off, but if we're being honest, the Niners' defensive line picks have been pretty much busts, aside from Bosa, which was supposedly a slam dunk.
Yeah.
But if you look at everybody else, Kinlaw, you look at Solomon, whatever the fuck his name is.
Solomon Thomas.
Armstead, Kinlaw already mentioned.
Game's over 8-1. We lost.
Well, that was already over anyways. It's 7-1. And they scored another run before in that amount of time. So that was a wrap. But yeah, I mean,
and Snell too. That's the sad thing.
Nobody. But yeah, I mean, nobody. I mean, even fucking panned out for what it was, and like, yeah, and that's what you're talking about too, money. Like, we should just get Buckner
You
for all
right?
that, because at least Buckner, you know what I mean? Because I was all for the trade. I know me and Nip was all for the trade because I wasn't, you know, I thought he
Well,
was, you know,
I like to trade back. You can do so many things. You can control a draft. You can get many players by trading back. But John Lynch does not really like to trade back. He'll trade back 1 or 2 slots, and then that's about it.
and
He doesn't know how to manipulate the draft yet.
The second, it's always that fucking move back. They did this shit twice. That's why we should have fucking streamed our fucking reactions to the draft in that fucking COVID. We should have went to Vegas. I was fucking pissed off about that, but whatever.
There's a lot of
Oh,
shit.
are we having a draft episode live? No.
What day
I mean,
is
I
it?
don't know.
What day is
time
it?
does it start?
It's on
Thursday.
25th, right?
Yeah. You got at 5 or 5 or 4?
It's going to be on Womack because I got to work. So if he can host it,
I mean, I do. I mean, I
work.
got to work too. I'm probably going to do it when I get off. Like, but
All right, never mind.
yeah, I mean, I could.
Honestly,
I
I haven't even scouted the draft this year. I've been just, I don't know. I'm still fucking depressed over the Niners.
I mean,
I've been looking at the draft, looking for our needs, especially with it's the offensive line, man. It would hurt you even more if you go back and watch the tape. If you go back and watch the tape of the Super Bowl, actually of the last 3 playoff games, it's the offensive line. It literally is just the
offensive line the whole fucking year. It's been the O-line.
It was exacerbated during the playoffs. It was exacerbated.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, you know, there's no question about that for sure. But that's what it is. So yeah, to continue on with that shit. So what else? So Chase Young, that was another fucking. But see, that was a third round. That was a third round pick, like kind of.
But we haven't done anything to improve the
flyer on Chase Young. Yeah. And that's the thing though too.
And
Chase Young went to the States, right?
Let's be honest. The defense played well enough for us to win. It wasn't the defensive wasn't the defensive fault. It was 9 unabated rushes to the quarterback. 9.
Yeah.
Just not.
Well, I put some of that on purpose.
Call it for what it is.
But they definitely played their part in fucking it up.
They weren't blocked.
That's just the 9 unabated. We're not talking about when they actually beat the offensive line. And the issue with Purdy was he's doing the right thing at first, but when you're being just bombarded, even more than Patrick Mahomes, yeah, you're gonna make mistakes because the offensive line's a sieve.
Yeah, but I mean, but Mahomes has been in that situation. He knows how to deal with that. You know what I mean?
It was not. No, it wasn't. Because when it happened to him against the Tampa Bay, you saw what happened.
But he was on third string tackles.
And what do we have, Nip? We start third string.
Our starting tackle, but I mean, they were starting all year. They had some cohesion. These guys didn't have nothing.
They didn't look like it the last 3 games.
But they got hurt though. I mean, his tackles. Anyway, fuck Mahomes, whatever.
Yeah. And then Kinlaw, and then another one getting rid of more trash. Fucking Kinlaw, right? Going to the fucking Jets.
Yeah, thank God.
The Jets are stacking. I mean, Jets are trying to do.
Jets are making moves.
Jets are trying to do something.
The Texans are making major moves. That's my hot pick. They put some money in the Texans.
They picked up a pass rusher, the Jets, didn't they? Recently.
Yeah.
Who was it?
Remember?
I forgot. It was a big name though.
Oh, it's Hassan Reddick. They traded.
That's right.
So that's good. Well, good. Get him out the fucking.
But
the NFC.
Back to what you were saying, Leo.
That's more Fangio putting his stamp on the Eagles defense. He's going to want to draft guys, and bring in guys and get rid of guys who don't really fit his scheme. I see it as that.
Well, back what Leo's saying is like Houston better win the AFC South. It might be the weakest division this year.
Yeah. And the way they were. We'll see how
CJ Stroud does. Stephon Diggs was not that impressive last year, though. I'll tell you that.
They had Josh Allen. Now you're going to.
They had Josh Allen.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, and who dropped that 80-yard bomb that Josh Allen threw against the Chiefs? That was Stephon Diggs right in his hands.
Well, yeah, after he threw 2 interceptions that they didn't catch and the fumble that they didn't recover from Josh Allen.
Yeah, that motherfucker. Yeah, don't act like that motherfucker was superstar. That dude fucking trash. Like until that, he's fucking. He's it. That's Josh Allen's not there. Well, you know who Josh Allen is? He's fucking Dan Fouts. That's who fucking Josh Allen is.
He plays nothing like Dan Fouts. What the fuck
He's
are you
Dan
talking
Fouts.
about?
He's Dan Fouts.
No,
He
someone's
plays
gonna fucking
nothing
through the
like Dan
playoffs.
Fouts. Dan Fouts is not mobile at all. What are you even talking about?
He's
Yeah,
talking
but how-
about in the playoffs.
I'm talking
Well, you
about
don't know
how
shit. He's
I'm
making
talking about
stupid
Dan
comparisons.
Fouts. That motherfucker had a bunch of passing yards and all this, and fucking threw a bunch of touchdowns and all this shit. But what happened to Dan Fouts? That motherfucker never went where? No fucking where. Exactly. That's Josh Allen. You can do all this shit, trying to throw for all these yards and do whatever, but that motherfucker will never sniff a Super Bowl. I'm telling you right now.
That means he's going to win the Super Bowl because Womack always jinxes it.
He ain't sniffing no Super Bowl.
Now I'm putting some dough.
Cancel my text. Cancel my Texans bet. Buffalo Bills all in.
Buffalo Bills.
Buffalo
go ahead.
Bills
We gotta-
all in right
and
now.
remember-
Well, you got to take into consideration the fact that his coach is a fucking moron.
Yeah, he's a moron too.
Coach. He's
gotta
not
take
an
offense to
offensive
that.
coach. He's a defensive coach. But Dermot's an defensive coach.
He's
They had to
garbage.
fire
at that,
they
too.
fired the offensive line, offensive coordinator.
Josh Allen's a moron too.
Yeah,
So
so
he's a big dipshit
it
as
is
well.
what it is.
So,
Well, and remember, we're playing them all the AFC East. The AFC East. So it's the Jets, Miami, the Patriots, that's the dumpster fire over there, and Buffalo.
yeah, we'll wait till this schedule comes out. Fucking
Well,
what it is.
who do you think won free agency?
Probably Jets.
Jets or
They made the most moves.
or
Or
Houston.
offseason? Who won the offseason? I'd say
Houston for right now.
Joe Mixon
Or,
and did.
Yeah, Houston. And hey, the Ravens. Since you can't tackle anymore.
Derrick
Oh,
Henry.
yeah.
Oh, that's huge. I don't
Yeah.
like that. I don't like that rule.
That is true.
Yeah.
That rule is
The
going to be
fucking
up.
the hip drop, but you
Yeah,
know,
imagine trying to tackle Derrick Henry now.
without trying to use your whole body to fucking tackle the guy. Yeah, like how are you even supposed to tackle anyone?
Can't
now?
tackle running backs from the back. Can't stack quarterbacks. You can't touch receivers
Can't
before
do
5
shit.
yards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you,
I don't know
yeah,
what's
you have to
going
let him
on.
catch the ball.
Yeah.
Declare if you can.
Yeah.
Like, can I tackle you now?
Yeah.
Bet the overs on pretty much every game next year.
There we go. Yeah. Well, that's
there's
all they
gonna-
want, but that's the
there-
sacrifice. Like,
There's going to be probably a lot of rushing yards we haven't seen in like last 10, 15 years.
oh yeah,
Running backs about to get paid. Now they
Yeah.
can run. Yeah, bro. I think that's gonna be the outcome.
And they're gonna last longer because they're not gonna be any many injuries.
That's in there. It's true. Yeah.
Didn't the Chiefs
know.
pick up a running back?
They had what's his name, J.K. Dobbins,
think so.
and but they re-signed Eclair, whatever.
They still got
Eclair, fucking your cream puff. Is that?
cream pie, no Diddy.
Uh,
Yeah.
Nah, if they get J.K. Dobbins, that could be a problem.
I think he's still hurt. They didn't sign him.
Well, they'll bring him back. No, I don't know. Look out for that. They're probably gonna draft a running back and a receiver. They're gonna
I'm
load
pretty
up.
sure.
This was. I don't even want to go. I don't want to go down this road, but that was our best chance to beat them.
Nah, I don't think so.
It was.
They're
but
gonna
I think
reload.
we'll be fine.
They'll get beat
They
by
beat
someone
us
else.
with a beast.
Joe
They beat
Joe
us with
Burrow
a
got a
C
tackle.
squad.
now.
They beat us with a C squad offense. They're gonna load up.
Yeah,
They're
they
gonna-
barely
got
beat us with
Hollywood
a
They
C
Brown.
barely
squad.
beat us.
They barely
It was
beat us with a
just
C
like
squad
the
offense.
Eclipse. Literally everything had to happen for them to win. Right?
Yeah.
We had a coach tear his ACL. We had one of our top linebackers tear ACL. We had two of our safeties out. We had our corner out. We had our wide receiver who can't really break coverage anyway. He got hurt. We had our offensive line, our right guard coming in and out of the game. They couldn't block. Like literally everything that you could think of that went wrong could go wrong. We had our tight end. His head wasn't even in the game. The only two people that their head was in the game that we somehow don't want to trust is our quarterback and our kicker. And the kicker still got his kick blocked.
And still, yeah, that was a fucking goofy right there.
Our running back fumbled the ball. Our coach didn't want to give the running back the ball at the end. And the thing that's the most unforgivable
tight end the
thing
ball
out
either.
of the entire game. Well, he was hurt. Kittle was hurt. And the most unforgivable thing in the entire game.
Oh.
None of that other stuff in the first three quarters, or even the fourth quarter up into the 2-minute warning.
What was
I
that?
will
punt?
never forgive him. Never forgive him. You have the ball on the 40. You have 4 yards to go on third down, and you do some dumb pass that they didn't block for. You run and you run again. Either they win or we win. It should have been right there. That 2-minute warning, the game should have been over. And then top it all off, Kyle doing the dumb, all the dumb shit he did. That was the dumbest thing he did the entire game.
Yeah. Well, then also the fucking punt hit grazing off the fucking heel.
Like I said,
that was
what it was. Because the
the
Chiefs
eclipse.
didn't do shit. Yeah, the Chiefs didn't really do shit.
Yeah.
Aside from that
Yeah,
one
yeah.
drive, they didn't do nothing. Then they had a gift right there at the, like the 10, 15 or whatever like that. And then
Exactly why I said that was our best chance to beat them.
Well, we won't play him again. I don't think they're ever coming back. I think that's it. There'll be somebody else. It might be the Ravens, right?
Well,
or the Texans.
he don't want to see
or
Joe
the Jets.
Cool. He don't want to see Joe Cool.
Or Cincinnati. Well, I think Cincinnati's.
I got the Chiefs repeating.
Snead bounced from the Chiefs, right?
Yeah, Snead's gone. He's Tennessee.
Yeah, that was a big part of that too. That was a big part of the reason why they got that part too.
I don't see the Chiefs repeating. I think it's going
I
to
see
be
the
Ravens.
Chiefs repeating. They're going to get a lot of players on the offensive side.
The Ravens, the Jets, and Houston.
They're going to get Mahomes 2 big receivers and a running back. And
you don't want receivers. You want tight ends. You want.
They just got Hollywood Brown. They got Hollywood Brown.
I don't see him as a big threat. I mean,
Hollywood Brown, Mahomes.
This is what his third team now that he's
I'm taking him in fantasy league. He's gonna be putting up some numbers.
No, he's not.
Hollywood Brown with Mahomes. Who is the quarterbacks?
Don't be surprised if they
and Lamar.
Don't be. They're only going to win their division because the Raiders still suck.
And Lamar created more plays with his legs than fucking Mahomes. And
they're going to lose.
Do nothing with fucking Hollywood.
Hollywood was way more accurate than Kyler Murray or Lamar Jackson.
Yes, but
I can see him with those sneaky trick plays, but I mean, other than that,
he's gonna move him around, put him in the slot, do some little screen plays.
He's gonna get fucking shook. He be dropping shit too.
Yeah, I was about to say, isn't he? No, yeah. I mean, I've known him more for dropping in fumbles than big.
Are we putting Brett up with this, or are you guys just gonna talk?
Which one want to bet? They're not gonna make it to the Super Bowl next year. They're not making.
I say they win it over the Niners.
Now Burrow got something to say about it.
I'm just saying
Burrow gonna take them out.
Kansas City is not making the Super Bowl next year.
Burrow got an O line now. Burrow got a fucking left tackle. He got some protection.
24/7.
Yeah, Burrow be fucking taking your boy out. You be
Burrow don't do shit. Burrow can't stay healthy, bro.
But you be slobbering on Mahomes every fucking year.
Oh, look at Burrow can't stay healthy.
Yeah, because he got no O line, he got no protection.
How many rings Burrow got since you're on his jock so hard?
Shit, he came closer than Josh Allen has.
How many rings? I didn't ask that. I said, how many rings does he got?
He got the same as fucking Josh Allen. How about that?
I need a
and
number.
He actually went to a Super
I don't need any
Bowl.
bullshit answers. I need a number.
0.
Yeah.
What's that fucking guy do with anything? What is that guy do? Who beat Mahomes? He beat Mahomes. Allen didn't beat Mahomes, did he? Nope.
Move along, Womack. You just
That's
lost.
Why? Because you say fucking he ain't got no rings?
Because you won't even give me an answer, bro. It's a simple question.
I said 0. What the fuck? Of course he ain't got no fucking rings.
It took you about 2 minutes to pry it out of you.
No, he didn't. I fucking tell you I fucking 0. Going against Mahomes. But your boy Josh Allen, who you be jocking, ain't nowhere to be found. He can't even sniff the fucking championship.
Me and my boys hate Mahomes.
Just saying, they're not repeating. They're not repeating.
This guy loves Burrow, and Burrow ain't doing shit.
Yeah, Burrow beat Mahomes. Josh Allen didn't.
They changed the rules, and he still couldn't do it.
Fucking weak. Anyway, well, I would trade. Short answer, no.
I will go on record saying Burrow never wins the Super Bowl because Womack already jinxed him up.
No, we're not going to trade him. I think if anything, they're going to trade deep. But I wouldn't even. I think they're going to.
I would entertain.
Maybe next season. No, not even. I don't know.
I would entertain trade.
Not this season for sure. No one's getting traded this season.
Yeah.
If someone gave me a top 15 pick for him, I think
I'd trade him for a top 20 pick.
Yeah, but I just don't see. No one's going to do that. Maybe Kansas City. Do they have a top 25 pick?
No.
You could see it on draft day if a team doesn't get the receiver that they want.
No, because they got a second round pick for fucking Snead or no, excuse me. I mean the Bills would have, but they got a second round pick in next year for fucking for Stephon Diggs.
For Stephon
It's like,
Diggs. I just don't see it. And my whole thing is I would take it, but who's trading for him? First round pick for IU.
And no one's fucking with Kansas City either, because no one's gonna give them no fucking
I
ammo.
can see the Raiders possibly making a move.
Maybe.
For a first round pick though?
Or the Jags.
For Ayuk?
I'd take 17. Honestly, I'd take 17.
I mean, I'll take it, but
I'll take 17 for that, and then package that up with 31 to move up and get that fucking tackle. Fuck yeah.
Because I'm with Merrill Hodges. I think a lot of these I think this year for quarterbacks is going to be just like 2021. I think a lot of these guys are going to be busts. But the wide receivers, on the other hand,
Yeah, they got some good receivers.
There's going to be some good wide receivers coming out this year.
Well, the receivers coming out the last few years have been off the hook. I mean, coming in and contributing. Back in the day, it would be like take a receiver a year or two, year three maybe.
Yeah.
And now it's like they come in ready to play. They come in ready to contribute. And I think some of that is attributed to the fact that it's more of a college game in the NFL offensively.
And it's a softer league.
Yeah.
And
for receivers, especially. Yeah. It's easier to come in as a receiver than do that shit.
And now, next year it's going to be even easier. In flag football, they can't even tackle you. So,
yeah, it's probably worth fucking.
I'd say just load up on your offense at this point. I mean, what's the point of even drafting defense?
Well, I think that's what they do because I think we supplemented all that shit. We got Matias, we got Duke Carolina.
But Niners are kind of at a disadvantage because we don't really have that many. I mean, we have good receivers, but they're not really game changers for the most part. Well, Debo might be able to break some shit.
Yeah, but Debo's he's not really a wide receiver, man. He's just an X-back. We have two X-backs. One plays to be a wide receiver. One plays to be a running back.
Yeah.
And they need to, in my opinion, they need to probably institute McCaffrey more as the slot and cut down his usage as
he needs to get a big running back to complement him. I don't understand why this hasn't been done.
Well, he did. It's just they don't work. Well, we've had every time we draft these guys, like the speedy guy for some reason it stays. Like Elijah. Well, we got Elijah Mitchell. Who was the other running back?
He can't stay healthy, but he's good when he's healthy.
Jordan Mason. No. I mean, we always
talking about Sermon, Joe Williams.
Right. We draft a speed guy and a big guy, and the big guy never.
What's his name?
Did you draft in the wrong big dude? That's right.
I'm not disagreeing, but they are trying to get a big running back. It's just not working.
Yeah, but he wants him big. But he wants him like shifty to be able to hit those outside holes.
No,
he wants him fast enough.
Bruiser running back. I don't need all this slash and dash. I just need up the middle.
But that's what he's looking for.
Right.
That's what the outside zone is.
And that's where you need a strong GM to step in and be like, "No, we've tried your way and it doesn't fucking work." 3 times.
Well, that ain't gonna happen.
And that's not gonna happen. So
that definitely won't fucking happen. And then Jed being content with where he's at, he'll keep fucking Shanahan for another 10 years. You don't give a fuck about winning. He'll just be like, oh well, Well,
they're making money, and we're good. He doesn't want to mess up like he did with Harbaugh. Because after Harbaugh, we were bad and we were losing.
That's his demise was trusting Balk in that little.
Yeah,
fucking baloney eating Tom Sula, snitching and trying to sabotage Harbaugh.
Snitching and farting.
He was the mole. He was the fucking mole.
He was. We all know.
Yeah, we all knew he was.
Tom Sula.
We all know. Like, why do you think the mob? That's why the mob don't exist, because there's too many snitches, and they all want to play Hollywood. Think about it. In the last 40 years, the best mobsters are all actors.
Well, yeah, because ain't none of them fucking.
Well, it's because the government got rid of the mob, but the government is the mob.
The bigger one.
Biggest.
So, yeah, I mean, that's what it is. Yeah, I think definitely for that draft, I think we're going offense. We have to. We're going lineman.
Yeah.
What's up? We got fucking 2 tight ends, though. We drafted 2 tight ends, then we fucking got these other 2 tight ends.
Well, Latu got hurt. I think Latu's going to be good. Everybody's hating on Latu. I think Latu's still going to be a contributor.
I hope so, but the problem is that the thing he was supposed to be good at, he didn't do, which is catch the goddamn
football. Boy, I mean, but that, you've seen Terrell Owens drop many passes. It just, sometimes the game's too fast for him. Give him tight ends. Usually don't come in and
they're going to give him. You're right. They're going to give him a chance, but let's not act like he's T.O.
Braden Willis is that's the tight end right there. If there's anyone to supplant Kittle, because I think probably after this year they might be in the market to trade Kittle. I would.
Yeah, but at that point, who's going to want him?
Who's going to want him?
A lot of people are going to want him.
Not at that age, and I think he'll take a pay cut.
If
Kittle
Stephon
likes
Diggs
it.
only going for a 2nd-round pick, what are you going to get for Kittle? Maybe a 3rd?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Kittle will take a
probably.
pay cut. I'm pretty sure Kittle will.
Well, he will, because Kittle, 2017, so was he like?
He's old already, bro.
Was his
He's
8th year?
right?
His 8th year?
He's 30. Is he turning 31?
It's his 8th year.
God damn.
I don't see anybody trading for him. Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing valuable, like a 3rd or 4th or 5th, maybe.
Well,
but
yeah, or you got to fleece a bad team. You got to fleece a bad team. You can probably get a 2nd round
Basically,
pick.
you're just going to be getting cap relief by getting rid of him if you can keep him.
Yeah, but I mean, but that's still enough. That's still adequate enough. I mean, I trade him just to get a fucking
that's nothing,
extra
man.
10, 15,
Just
18.
keep him at this
that's
point.
enough.
Yeah.
A 4th-round pick is enough for Kittle?
When is this?
Really?
When does he have to
Kittle
re-up?
and fucking?
When does he have to re-up for his contract anyway? He's got, is it 1 or 2 years?
Well, they restructured it this year, right? Again.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I just keep him at this point. You're not going to get enough back. There's no point in getting rid of him.
Because if you get rid of him, you have to get equal value because of what he does for the team.
Yeah, but if he's old anyway and not fucking holding up to what he used to do, I mean,
well, you're going to cut back and you're going to bring a 2nd tight end to take in more of those duties.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm telling you, Braden Willis.
But
that's what I'm telling you, Braden Willis is going to be the one to fucking.
Braden Willis is not that dude.
And let's not act like he didn't have a good year, man. He had a decent year, and a lot of it doesn't show up on the stat sheets because
but that's Shanahan though too.
He's a blocking tight end who's
but he's blocking by design though. Shanahan's not even using scheming him no plays for the dude because Kittle could make plays. Right? He could make plays. If you give him some plays, he could. Make plays.
You need that extra help with the O-line.
They need the blocking because of McKivick.
That's why he's blocking.
You need an extra help in the O-line.
Because you saw what happened. We went 5. We went with 5 and some scrub ass tight end 2 years ago against the Eagles.
Yeah.
So, and he got fucking Purdy elbowed. So yeah,
he came back. He's the bionic man now.
I don't know.
Let's go.
But on the other hand, though, we did get Leonard Floyd, right? So that was good for the defense.
Well, I think the defense has improved.
Yes.
Yeah, especially up the middle. Now, if we don't get a lineman, if we stay at 31 and we don't get offensive linemen or the ones I like Mims, I like a homeboy from Georgia. It was that dude from Georgia, right?
But Shanahan,
Marius Mims.
Remember who you're dealing with. Shanahan is not going to get one of these dudes. He's going to get a dude that's in his system. Everything that you like, he doesn't like. He likes guys who can't pass block, obviously.
Yeah. He's got to do it this time because you have to get a replacement for.
If there's any Mick player around, he's going to draft him. Any Mick tight end, offensive tackle. If it's McKivitz, McGlinchey, McAsshole, McFuckface, he's going to draft him. Yeah. He's going to get him.
So personally, if you're there at 31 just sitting and there's no offensive lineman there, I think you need to get your boy from Texas. What the fuck is Sweat? Tavon Sweat, I think. Is that Tavonte Sweat?
The big defensive tackle?
That motherfucker there.
I think they're going to get a cornerback. I think they're going to swerve everybody and get a corner. Or
Wiggins,
they're not going to. He's not going to address offensive line until late. You know how he is.
If Nate Wiggins is there, I'll take Nate Wiggins. Nate Wiggins is pretty fucking dope. I don't think he'll be there though, but Nate Wiggins is fucking dope. Kool-Aid. They talk about Kool-Aid. I don't know. I think Kool-Aid will get smoked. I think he'll kind of get smoked.
We also need a bigger corner. I'm sorry, a bigger.
They're going to get that white cornerback if they get a cornerback.
DeJean, Iowa dude.
Yeah,
DeJean.
That's got John Lynch all over it.
Yeah. They need I think the cornerback is what it is. We need with the new running rules, the tackling rules, you need a bigger safety.
Yeah.
Well, the problem with our safety situation is you got two guys who are very similar.
Yes.
Brown and Hufanga, which is why they're talking about possibly trading Hufanga.
Well, because Jair's better in coverage, I think, than Hufanga. Hufanga's probably better in the line and going downhill.
But they're still all coverage guys. And they're undersized. Hufanga's just undersized. Even being.
I don't even think he's that much of a coverage
I'll be
guy.
right
That was my issue.
No,
with
I'm
him.
not. I'm not saying he's a good coverage guy, but that's still what he's known for at US. That and bringing the hat. But even for bringing the hat, he's a smallish guy.
Yeah, but he at least has a nose for the football and because that was one of my issues of him coming out was I said that. You go back to our Jack episode. Oh, you're hating on Hufunga. I was like, no, I wasn't hating on Hufunga. I just in coverage, I thought he was a little lackluster, and that's what it turned out to be. And that's you know. But I say if you put him down there in the box, or if you get him floating around the line and do all that.
Well, the problem I always had is just he's okay if you're playing single high, but he has to play. It's like center fielder, right? He's not like Mays or what's his name for Atlanta. He can't play up and get back. He has to play deep and then come up. So
yeah, but he still doesn't have range. I still don't even think he has range like that.
Well, it helps you when you play a little deeper. So he can do if he plays a little bit deeper. It can work, and especially if you shade to Mooney Ward's side. So, I mean, you can scheme it. It can definitely be schemed.
And I thought he had a good year. Fucking Mooney. A lot of people were hating on him for early in the season. I was like, no, I thought he had a good year.
Solid.
So,
hopefully, the Niners could duplicate with that with the defense. Very.
You know what's funny about that? Charvarius Ward is actually related to me.
No, is he? How?
Yeah, he's from Macomb, Mississippi. That's where my mother's from.
Oh, he's related to you because you're from where you're from. Is he blood related or is he just
blood related? Yeah. Well,
maybe
mom's side. So no. I remember him when I used to go down there and visit.
That's cool.
That's like he's my grandmother's like third cousin.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
And that's dope. And then who else we got? Another one. Josh Dobbs, right? So
hope you don't get the game. Please, Purdy, be good. Please.
Yeah,
Purdy.
I don't know. Yeah.
I think it's a good backup though. Good backup for just in case shit happens.
1 or 2 games. We gotta hope Purdy is the short man's Tom Brady because I don't trust any of these backups.
Well, that's the thing though, is like what if Purdy doesn't turn out to be the fucking dude? Right? I'm not saying there's not. I'm just saying what if he turns out
I think he will turn out. The only thing I worry about Purdy is getting hurt.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. That's how you improve that O-line. Potentially Brock has reached his ceiling maybe, but I think he still has a chance to get a little bit better.
I don't know.
When it comes to
I don't know if he has because now it's like
I can't see. I mean, playoff game, and that's the Super Bowl, and we were minutes away from winning.
He gave us a lead.
Yeah,
he gave us a lead 2 times.
True that.
I don't think he played bad. I think the team, for what he had, I think he played great. That game against Green Bay, that was ass. But the second half in Detroit, and I think the Super Bowl was great for what the offensive line did for him. And then Debo couldn't catch a cold.
They couldn't separate.
Ayuk was.
They couldn't separate too much
they
either.
Couldn't throw it to Ayuk. I want to throw to Debo. Throw to Ayuk. He's open.
Yeah, and I think that was the biggest thing though too. But see, so when I look at Purdy, I'm like, all right. So even in his rookie year, he didn't got no reps, right? Because he's behind Lance and fucking Jimmy. And he came in, he did his thing, took him to the championship, right? And that was the biggest thing. Well, can he duplicate that? And so last year came in, he did duplicate it, but he didn't have no off season because he was rehabbing, right?
Well,
so
you got to think of it this way too. So it literally takes 2 years. It doesn't even Mahomes. On the 3rd year, it's now his team, right? He doesn't have to listen to the coach or the offensive coordinator. It's like, no, I'm going here. This is what I see. So for 1.5 years, him just listening to Kyle, and we got these type of results. Now we have to see what he does on his own.
Yeah, but this is what Kyle said though too. He was like, well, now he does have a full off season, which I agree with. Like I said, he was behind on reps his first year. His second year, he was busy. He couldn't even get the reps because he was rehabbing. Right, he didn't even come in and get no reps until fucking training camp, and he took it to the Super Bowl. Now this year, it's like, okay, you're getting the reps, you're doing you're having a normal offseason now. So we're gonna see what he's like having a normal offseason, and
But
see.
he's the only quarterback in Kyle's era that survived Kyle.
Yeah,
because Kyle is hard on quarterbacks,
and he did decent. Yeah, but he did decent. I mean, you talking about 32 touchdowns. I mean, when was the last time you seen 32 touchdowns?
32 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. He led.
You guys are so used to Jimmy G, though. That's skewing your opinions a little bit.
Well, it ain't just Jimmy though. You talking about all the fucking quarterbacks.
All of them quarterbacks look pretty damn good, even though they're bums. You had people wanting fucking what's his name Mullins to be the starting quarterback because that's how the system is. It makes you look better than you actually are. When as soon as Jimmy left that system, he looked like shit. As soon as Mullins, even in the system, Mullins started falling off. But then when he left, he looked like shit.
There was only one quarterback that looked okay, and that was Jimmy, and he didn't look great.
No, but then at the same time, but that's what I'm saying.
I think Brock is good, but I don't think Brock is as good as he looks with this team.
Well, he's got this team, so you don't have to worry about him looking any type of way.
Well, you do have to worry about that when you're talking about paying him money down the road.
Well, yeah, well, that's down the road. But talking about right now,
has nothing to do with it, right? That's just how I don't think any quarterback. I don't even care if it's Patrick Mahomes. These contracts are ridiculous. They're ridiculous.
Well, that's why he restructured his. I mean, he did
right because
it's a team-friendly move.
Because he wouldn't be as good. This specifically, the defense freaking got them where they were.
Look, these contracts on paper look crazy, right? That's only on paper, though, right? That's just
no, because not all quarterbacks take those pay cuts. Not all quarterbacks take those pay cuts, but Mahomes has already won 2. He's got a chance to go after that third one.
Yeah.
He's going after history, so he's going to take that pay cut. But not all quarterbacks are winning rings all the time, so they're not going to take those pay cuts.
Yeah, and my issue is they would be better with they don't pay the offensive line enough, right? And they should be harder
because they're not valuing them. I mean, look what fucking Harbaugh did when he came into fucking. They had a whole press conference basically telling you that fucking we're like our O-line is going to be the driving force. On the fucking team.
It broke my at work on Sunday. I was watching 2013 when we were 1-2 and we played the undefeated Eagles. I'm looking at our offensive line and I'm looking at the defense. Oh God, Patrick Willis. I was like, that's what we need. Because I'm looking at it, everybody. Oh, Kaepernick.
Who stripped Shady McCoy in that game? And Justin Smith.
Yeah.
Macklin. He stripped Macklin.
Oh, it's Macklin?
Macklin, yeah.
But I mean, that was Cowboy, but still.
That offensive line and defensive line, that offensive line back, oh my God. I wish we had others.
I like Harbaugh. I think he's a better football coach than Shanahan.
Because Shanahan is giving.
Shanahan is a better coordinator and all that, but Harbaugh is a better leader of men. And a better football coach. He's won at every level.
The only problem I have with Harbaugh is who he chooses.
Roman.
For some reason, yes. He always chooses crappy ass.
Yeah, why? Yeah.
He's back. Oh, he's back with him though. So that's hilarious.
He is. Yeah, he's back with Roman.
But his offense,
he's back with him, and he was with his brother for all those years while he's waiting for him.
And here's the other thing: his offensive that's why they kept losing to Ohio State because the offensive coordinator sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but I don't
that's
get
him
it.
though. But he's loyal. He's loyal to a fault, right?
Because he's stupid.
But I think he's a better. Well, he's definitely a better motivator.
He's a better head
motivator.
Coach. Yes.
What up, Schmitty?
Yeah,
Yeah, but you call back to back.
Better head coach. He's better head coach, but I think he needs to leave the. He's a better head coach. He's a better quarterback whisperer, but he needs to leave the offensive play calling alone.
Well, he does for the most part. He just chooses the wrong motherfucker to run the offense.
He does down in San Diego with a franchise quarterback and able to shop for more of his groceries than he was here because nobody talks about it, but Bulk was a hindrance on him.
You're right.
But when you're talking about that, Shanahan doesn't have that. Shanahan has full control of this fucking roster.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has.
Harbaugh wanted to get Odell Beckham, and I think Bulk didn't want to do that. There was a couple other moves where Bulk was just like.
Yeah, he wanted AJ Jenkins instead. He was going with AJ Jenkins.
But here's the rub. We have to be honest, right? they still did the same thing. They still got us to a Super Bowl that we lost, both of them. They both got us to a Super Bowl that we've lost, and they both got us to an AFC championship we lost. I mean, they basically did the same thing.
Yeah, but Harbaugh did that shit in way less time. And he was more consistent.
And he didn't have all the injuries that Shanahan's had.
Yeah, that's because he fucking has practice but that's what he did though. He ran his practice like he ran the fucking games. Everyone told you like
even Hargrave just said even Hargrave just said that like Niners practice has been one of the most intense practices that he's had in his career. So maybe due to the injuries. I don't know.
No, it's due to all the goddamn stuff they're injecting into their bodies because that's how they used to practice back in the 80s and 90s. They didn't have those injuries. So why we got them now?
That's a fact. The performance enhancers make you tear more ligaments.
Yeah,
because your body ain't really meant to be doing all that. Having all that extra strength and pushing itself so far.
Like you can, but it's you don't get it in a year. Remember, what's the kid? He played for Auburn. His dad was from De La Salle, and I remember him his freshman year. He left his junior year, and then his year in the NFL. And I was like, he gained like 30 pounds of muscle. That's not natural. That's
what position was he?
He's a running back.
Oh, was it damn, I don't remember.
It's just
you didn't make NFL, right?
Yeah, well, he got the NFL, but he didn't. Yeah, he got hurt. But my whole thing.
Ronnie Brown? Was it Ronnie Brown?
Was it Ronnie? No, it wasn't Ronnie. I can't remember the brother's name, but you see a lot of them, and I've seen a lot of them in the
what was his name?
Last 15 years, and it's like, bro, there's no way you got that lean, that buff, that fast without taking something. Right?
I know who you're talking about too, but I just can't think of his name.
Starts with an M or something, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, but he's not the only one. It's the same thing with what's his name from Georgia? Who played for the Rams. He tore his knee in Georgia.
Oh,
Gurley. It's the same shit. It's the same shit. Because I remember him in college. I'm sorry, I remember him in high school, then the college, into the NFL. He was just too lean. I mean, even LeBron. How you go from weighing 290, right, jumping out the gym? Oh, I go to Cavs and you lose 30. I lose 30, 40 pounds. I'm at 250, 260, 270, low body fat in less than a year. Come on, man.
Yeah, no, he was on that shit.
Come on, but they gonna hate on our boy Barry. And remember, Barry did it. Everybody else was doing it, and Barry's like, "Well, fuck it. I guess I got to do it too."
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah, I don't give him a pass for that though. I think that
I don't give him a pass, but he never got caught. He never got caught, and what he was taking, what they caught him taking, was not illegal. Everybody else, that was illegal. Not what Barry did.
I mean, he should be in the Hall of Fame. Ain't no doubt about that.
All right, but I'm just saying it's not fair and and they don't even test LeBron. They don't even test LeBron.
Fuck, that shit was cold. I seen this dude a movie from like 10 years ago. He was looking hella skinny. Fucking LeBron. He was looking as big than now. It's like, God damn. Like,
yeah. You gotta be on something.
Yeah, he's on a PED cocktail for sure. He's taking everything.
And not just this. Well, when we get to talking about WrestleMania, The Rock's on that same shit too.
Oh, he been on that though.
Ooh, no, bro.
Rock.
I don't fuck with The Rock anymore.
I watched religiously, and that dude when he came back messing with Cody, how you go from a month to the last 2 nights, right? He looks 15 years younger in the less than a month. So I was like, what are you taking, bro?
Oh, you're drinking that baby blood.
What are you taking?
Oh, shit. Here it is, bro. All night long.
He's drinking that. He's drinking the baby blood.
Talking about Diddy.
On Eclipse night. Here you have it.
But anyway, what else we got? Who else we
No Diddy.
No Diddy. Who else we who's a draft crush of y'all's?
I'm late.
I like I like Fuaga.
Probably this week. I haven't been paying attention too much.
I've been on vacation.
I like motherfucking Fuaga. Honestly, Fuaga's fucking dope, dude. Like I think he's mean. That's the fucking dude you want with a mean streak.
Gotcha. What about wide receiver?
Yeah, give me any dominant right tackle. I'm happy with that at this point.
What about wide receiver?
I like Javon Walker or what
you like Leggett, right?
And Leggett, yeah. Xavier Leggett. Leggett's cold.
I like Marvin Harrison Jr.
The top
dude.
Xavier Worthy.
That's how much I've been paying attention. Will that's how
Adonai Mitchell. Adonai Mitchell's good. Fucking homeboy from Washington.
Yeah.
Odeze.
He's good.
Yeah.
I even like Brandon Rice.
Brandon Rice is good. Cool.
Yeah, I like him in the third.
Yeah.
Chiefs are gonna get. That's my prediction.
I like well, you think Chiefs are gonna get all the fucking wide receivers, but they're doing fucking.
They are.
And I hope they're bums when they draft. Nothing but bums.
You think they don't realize what their weakness is last year?
Well, yeah, everyone knew what the fuck their weakness is last year. Of course, they're gonna get a receiver.
So what do you think they're gonna address in the draft, man?
Yeah, but you thinking that fucking every pick is gonna be a goddamn wide receiver? That's what you said. They're gonna draft him. Oh yeah, they're gonna draft him.
I said they're gonna load him with wide receivers. They are.
Not gonna fucking. They probably get like
they're gonna get a tight end, and they're gonna get 2 wide receivers, maybe 3.
Dude, they still need a lot of shit. They need to get a corner. They need to get a corner. They need a fucking. They need a fucking running back. They need a couple receivers.
Yeah, they
still need like a lot of shit.
Sure, maybe.
They still need a lot of shit, dude. Like,
yeah,
maybe not a linebacker. Like, there's a lot of shit that they fucking still need.
They're taking 2 receivers, I guarantee it. At least. Over under receivers.
2.5. Take the over.
2.5. The half.
2.5. Give me 3. I'll take the over on that.
Give me the over.
Oh yeah, and Rashee Rice got arrested, so they're gonna get 3. They're getting 3 fucking receivers.
There you go. I forgot about that too.
I heard, is it true that Danny Gray was involved in that shit too?
I don't know.
I heard that was April Fool's bullshit or something. Yeah, so give me the over on receivers. 3 receivers for the Chiefs taking in the draft for sure.
Oh, and RIP to passed away.
Who?
Damn, I forgot it. Vernon Davis' brother, RIP, passed away.
Oh, Vontae.
Vontae Davis.
There you go. Yeah.
Dude from
I thought that was gonna.
Go ahead.
Was it because of a sauna? Dehydration?
Well, we'll see. I'm assuming he was taking.
That's what I heard.
So,
you never know. I mean, you rarely get the full story when there's drugs involved or something like that. I'm not saying there was in this case, but
yeah,
35
years old, very young. I mean,
God
damn, that's young.
Yeah.
35, I believe. That's fucking.
Yeah.
crazy.
Well, let's just hope. Let's hope they don't lie to us like they. You remember when Rick James died and they said he died of natural causes on the radio.
Yeah.
Natural causes on the radio.
I was like,
natural
I believe a lot of things.
cocaine.
I believe a lot of things. But Rick James did not die of no natural causes.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Other dude died too from Gen V, the actor. Chance.
I never had a chance to watch that. RIP though.
From what?
Oh, you ever watched Gen V yet? Gen V.
Yeah.
Boys Gen V.
Oh no, I haven't watched it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that shit is sick, bro.
Yeah, that dude, car accident or motorcycle. You said right? Yeah.
Motorcycle.
That fucking sucks. Yeah.
I think he was only 27.
Yeah. So it's been a lot of shit.
That show's pretty sick though. I like that.
One of the actors from Yellowstone, the spinoff, passed away too.
Oh yeah.
I haven't watched any of the spinoffs. Are they even any good?
I heard
they were good.
The second one, I heard the second one was pretty good. That's what I heard.
The 1883 or some shit like that. Was it that one?
It's decent. Well, for me, I got high.
There's 1903 and 1883.
I heard that the one with Harrison Ford. I heard that one was pretty good.
Shit, I think that's 1883 one, right?
Yeah.
So are we on? What are we watching? What's up? I mean, this is your show, Womack. I don't know.
I thought we still had the film, bro.
No,
we still on the draft. What we?
No, we ain't nothing more. No, but I want to get into this though. So what the fuck is I want to get into this shit.
This is that new age beef, man.
This is this weird shit.
I apologize for dissing you.
I apologize for dissing you.
Let me take that track off of the streaming services, man. Take that quick shit out of here, man.
That good. It didn't even because my brother was like, "Oh, J. Cole's gonna come back with something." I was just like, "All right." Then I heard it. I was like, "This it?"
That's what I said.
But even Kendrick's shit was just like, "What the big G? You can eat this big meat." Like, what the fuck? Like, okay.
Well, he was more dissing Drake.
Dissing Drake, right?
Yeah.
And if you listen to everything, like, is pretty. I wouldn't say it's deep, but there's so many references. Even the song choice.
Just come out and say the shit. See, this is it. They be getting too happy with these subliminals and shit like that.
No, that wasn't the subliminals.
You want to say shit and not
if you know what he was saying, he was all off talking about, because remember how Drake.
I know he was saying, but it's just.
But Drake coming out talking about, you remember, because Drake was doing what Kanye was doing a minute ago, trying to come out and say, I'm friends with all these rappers, and he was like, and when he made the whole E40, I'm actually be legit in E40 because that's on the Liquor album. That beat is. So no, he's like, no, I'm from the West Coast. I know these guys, right? Goofy's with a check, Coffin, like, dude, come on, man.
Kendrick Lamar. I mean, yeah, Kendrick Lamar's trash. I'm not even.
I don't know about that.
He's a whiny rapper that sounds like Magoo.
That's all of them. But the lyrics actually, he's a poet, but he can
exactly.
And Lovecraft Country, they got a new season because my cousin's on that.
Do they? Humble. Be good. This shit's whack as fuck.
Yeah. That's true. But they all do that. At least I can understand what he's saying.
Well, see,
I like
this is the thing, though.
Cole way better as an artist to me.
But see, this is the thing, though. At least with Cole and Kendrick, like their songs where they came off on a couple songs. I never heard a Drake song where this dude just went off on a song
because he don't write nothing.
He don't rap. He ain't. That's what I'm saying.
Dude,
he ain't gonna put this
Degrassi in the story. Degrassi. As much as we want to talk about all the industry influence, he's the biggest.
That's what I'm saying, Sneedy. That's what I'm saying.
Wait, I've never heard a song where Drake came out. Like, what song?
Here,
but that's what I'm saying. What song did Drake ever come off on where he just kind of left that song, or just after hitting? He was
fuck out of here, Smitty. That's just whack.
Got some couple
that dude is garbage.
Who, Drake?
That dude is garbage.
Old ones.
Can you listen? Can you recite? Can anyone recite a Drake bar that was just like, or any just verse or anything? Recite a Drake without Googling it or fucking looking it up or nothing.
Starting from the bottom, and we hear that's about it. He didn't even write.
Yeah, but that's a chorus though. Like
he didn't write it. That's the sad thing. He didn't write any of that. None of the stuff he writes.
But it's just, I mean, I
J.
don't know.
Cole
I just never.
is the only actual rapper out of three of them. You said already Kendrick is a poet and Drake is a pop artist. So
yeah, but Kendrick,
I like rap.
Yeah, but
so is J. Cole is pretty much.
But I've heard Kendrick come off though. Like you heard Kendrick.
I really don't see the difference. I don't see the difference between Kendrick and J. Cole. It's just some people don't like his inflection, and it can be annoying. But I think they're exactly the same.
But they just rap. But they rap. They rap.
That's what I'm saying. They're exactly the same.
They fucking rap.
The more hair that J. Cole has, the worse he sounds. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know.
The more he has, he's like the opposite of Samson. He needs to go back to a thing.
But that's what I'm saying though. Like no one could ever pull me up a verse where it was like, "Damn, Drake ripped that shit." Like no, I've heard a song where Kendrick was actually good. Overall, I don't fuck with Kendrick like that.
I haven't. Which one? Because I haven't.
Which one? The fucking
The
backseat freestyle. Backseat freestyle.
When
Kendrick
he
came
did
up on
for
that.
the Black Panther album.
Yeah, that one's clean.
That shit was
Hard.
Yeah, Bish. I mean, he's got some stuff that's cool. It's
he raps
just
like a fucking gremlin. That's how I fucking.
he can't rap like
He
a.
even got the one with him and Lil Wayne, Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
That shit. He
He
goes hard on that
cannot
one.
rap. He cannot rap like a gremlin because you can understand him. Everybody else rap like gremlin. I don't know what they're saying.
But see, this is the thing. But this is why Kendrick and Cole
He
are
raps
standing
like a
out.
whiny gremlin.
But this is why they stand out amongst all the rap now, because the rappers now is like, I mean,
They're trash.
They ain't like, yeah. I mean,
They're
and that's
trash.
why Kendrick and Cole stand out, and that's why you consider them big two.
I like Cole,
or
but I would
Big
say
Three,
I like
whatever.
Cole a little bit more when Nas did that remix. When Nas hopped on.
Yeah, that's why you liked it, because it was Nas.
So that was my like, okay, I fucks with J. Cole now. I mean, I thought J. Cole was cool, but after that, I would say.
My whole thing is I don't trust any of these. I don't care if you get acknowledgement from older rappers because all of them are sellouts. Nas is a fucking sellout. When he did the shit with Nas X, he's a sellout. They all were. Maybe their first two albums, but after that.
Well, in his defense, I don't think he knew Nas X was doing all that shit.
You do it. That ain't too fucking hard to know.
You know.
Well, he came out with fucking country. What the fuck is that stupid song he had?
Dude, he had the video.
But think about that.
That
But
was
just
a
think about that song in
though.
general, though. You got to think about that song in general and what
He's a
you
lyricist.
got to hear the words to this.
Nas listened to that. He was like, "Oh, what the fuck? Well, I need that baby blood. So
I'm gonna ride till I can't ride no more."
Come on, man.
I did not put that shit. I never tripped on.
I knew exactly what it was.
Yes.
And I put
Them kids were going off crazy off that song. I mean, you had little ass kids and.
Yeah,
I mean,
kids, and then the adults and all them liked, especially white folks, because it sounded like a country song until they start hearing like, what is
they
that?
start hearing it, yeah,
it's like, okay, no.
Yeah, and that's the thing though. It sounds all with the little and you hear the twang and all that shit. It's fine, but then you break it down and you really start listening to it. You like, yeah, that's why I was like, oh, all right. I can't believe that they actually like this shit, but okay, but. Yeah, that's
and they're
who be bumping Kendrick shit, like bumping it when you're out. You be bumping that shit when you're cruising.
They do it in LA.
They say you was bumping Lil Nas.
I don't even think they do that shit in LA.
That shit, bumping music, that shit's a lost art now.
They do.
Nobody's buying speakers. Nobody's adding not adding your Pioneer.
Pioneer speakers in the picture. Yeah. I mean, dude, come on,
that's
man.
It's a dying art. I mean,
it's like comparing this NBA to the 80s and 90s NBA. Yeah. It's just a different game, and that's where we're from. This is what they do. Yeah, this is what we do. We can't compare it to that.
But this is the thing, though. You're bumping the same shit that you go to. No, they bump music, but it's just the shit you hear in the club is what you bumping outside on the street. Is what you bumping in the club,
I don't
right?
Fuck Kendrick, man. I can't stand his delivery. I can't stand his voice. I don't fuck with him.
Look, I'm with you.
Okay.
I'm straight up with you. But what I'm saying is, at least Kendrick and Cole, I've heard them come off. I've never heard Drake come off on nothing.
Like, he kind of got sick on that one with Eminem. Didn't he kind of spit on that one?
On that Forever, on that Forever one. Well, on that Forever track,
he came off a couple times.
Drake got some bangers from the early years.
When he was fighting
the
and there was a point,
and he doesn't write his shit. And Kanye was better on that song anyway.
And there was a point,
but he did have a couple. There probably weren't written like Will says, but he does have a couple.
There was a point where Drake sounded just like Lil Wayne. There's a point in time where I couldn't really decipher either of them. Like, you know what I mean? I thought it was Wayne, but then it was Drake, and then it was Drake, and then it was really weird. At one point, it was like
Drake
weird.
Is just a male Beyonce. He got all his little beehive.
No, I don't. I mean, I don't even like Beyonce like that, but he's not that good. But and the issue is,
I mean, more like his fan base. Like, all he sells records. He makes money. He sells records. But okay, so does Justin Bieber. Does that mean he's a fucking great R&B artist or what the fuck? Like,
R&B is that's pretty much. I've given up They're dead.
Or pop, I guess. He's pop, I guess.
He's my pop. He's a pop rap star.
Oh, now you fuck with Sexy Red. Now you fuck with Sexy Red. Now Nip goes ski. Ski. When you see me in the glass.
I don't listen to any female rappers. Best female rapper would be, I don't even fucking know. What's her name? The chick who bodied Nicki Minaj?
No,
Remy Ma?
Remy Ma.
Well, she's a dude. But,
She's a dude.
Get that ass over.
nah, it's what's her name from back in the day.
Oh my God.
Oh, you're talking about back in the day? I was talking about like.
Now? No, they're all trash. They're all trash.
Yeah,
Remy Ma is like,
she was the only one that I would put up
that you can hear
would do, but I would put her with dudes. I would put her with dudes.
The problem I have, and this is this generation, right? Is they talk a tough game. Like they
Rage
always
was sick back in the day, Lady of Rage.
Yeah, but my whole thing is they always want to act like they want to act
It's
like tough
dudes
guys.
writing the lyrics from Will. That's why.
Yeah, no. I mean, all of them. They all want to act like tough guys, but when you see them, even what's her name, Ma, whatever, right? If you see them, they can't back that shit up. If you did that shit back in the day, Queen Latifah, she would punch you in the face because she actually lived that life.
Yeah, well, keep us some other shit though too. So
But that's what happens. That's what happens when you get into business.
But I was really okay. And Missy, okay, you could probably put Missy in there.
Missy garbage.
I'm never a female rapper fan.
Her first album was good.
I am not
Missy,
a female.
I can't stand Missy.
I'm not a female rapper fan at all. But there are some that I
take
would get
Foxy
props
Brown
to,
over
like
Missy,
Foxy.
for sure.
I was gonna say I put Foxy up there. I definitely took Remy up there. I put Remy up there even with some dudes. I'm not saying that she's on dude's level, but like I take her over Nicki. Like she washed Nicki. Easy. Yeah. She washed her. Right?
Yeah.
And but compared to this shit, like you would say Nicki's probably good, but this because these hoes now is just
because this era.
I mean, women suck in general.
Whoa.
I'm
I
saying
don't know what you're talking about. I love women.
Oh, man.
I mean,
I would like to apologize to all
about-
the ladies watching.
I'm talking. I'm not apologizing.
That
for
is
shit.
Womack's.
I'm saying I'm talking rap wise. I'm talking like
Nah,
rap.
you be saying that about everything.
I mean, they should be sucking, but I mean, you know.
No, I'm talking
I
rap
would like
wise.
to once again apologize.
Like women,
Lauren-
No, I'm not
Lauryn
apologizing
Hill
for
used
shit.
to spit, but she didn't do enough. She don't have enough body of work.
She went out. One album. That was it. One body. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lil Kim had her shit written for sure.
Oh yeah.
Well, of course. Well, Biggie was writing a lot.
Biggie was writing all that.
Yeah.
Biggie was writing all that.
Yeah, and Lil C's, I think, or
Yeah.
a lot of them shit. A lot of motherfuckers is writing that shit. But that's just what it is now. Right? Yeah, some, but
What's
it's
her name?
Cardi B
with
been
the blonde
trash.
hair. They were writing her shit too.
Cardi B trash. Eve used to kind of spit. Eve was all right.
He was cool.
Yeah, but they were writing her
it's
shit.
all right.
They were writing her shit too.
What up, Hondo? What's good?
Hondo. So what's up?
Yeah. Yeah, but Foxy.
The brat was all right.
Oh, the BRAT.
Yeah.
That new lady.
But still,
She wasn't spitting nothing lyrically, really. I mean, she had good like hits.
they never.
She had Jermaine Dupri. I'm going to get. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah,
Salt and
but they
pepper.
never-
Salt and pepper. I was just about.
Yeah,
to
but even rapping, but they never was like. You know what I mean? Like,
I was
no
just there for
females
Hey,
ever been like.
Yo-Yo was kind of hard.
Yo-Yo, yeah. And MC Light.
MC Light, Yo-Yo.
MC
I like
Light,
MC Light.
greatest-
MC Light was cool. I liked her
greatest
growing
football
up.
rapper of all time.
Who?
Hey,
MC
Mia
Light?
X was spinning too.
What about Chino XL?
He was, but I wouldn't. He was, but all these girls that y'all talking about, I wouldn't put them up there with the fucking dudes.
Fire.
I wouldn't put them up there with dudes.
I don't.
I don't know these fucking dudes.
You got to do. They got to bump them like they bumped Caitlin Clark, who probably couldn't beat a top freshman team.
Hey, Caitlin Clark is about to be the Steph Curry of NWBA. I'm just saying.
Man, no, she's not. That long faced bitch ain't fucking being
No.
nothing. She ain't fucking.
Look, we're talking about hoops, not fakes.
I'm talking.
Again,
I gotta look at her.
Womack
I
is
gotta
not
look
for
at
all of,
I don't care.
About
I apologize for nothing.
Leo, so you mean to tell me I gotta watch the WNBA on the radio? Because that's what's happening, bro.
Womack needs to be on the
once
He-Man,
the Lady Warriors
He-Man
start
Woman's Hater
playing,
podcast.
I'll be at Chase front row.
I still am.
You're gonna go blind.
Me and Al Bundy.
I will be at the Chase Center watching the Lady Warriors. I'll be posting on Discord.
Well, no, you're not.
Will's gonna hop on.
No, you're not.
Like, I'll be there next game.
You gonna get my ticket?
This guy.
You out of the 500 people that gonna be there?
I'll fuck with it. I'll fuck with it.
Oh Lord!
In Chase Center? Hell yeah, Chase Center's dope.
Yeah, Chase Center, but Chase Center's I like Chase
I mean,
Center.
yeah, I'm there for Chase. I ain't there.
Will, we talking about $20 tickets. You know, we don't do that. We don't do that. Just for the snacks, bro. Just for the snacks alone.
Womack's about to go on a hunger strike when WNBA comes to the city. I already know. He's about to be outside. Hunger
Have my
strike.
pick a sign up.
This guy
This
is
is
going
my
to chain himself to Chase Center.
All that money saved on the
He's gonna be
tickets, I'm
like,
gonna be using it.
We are not watching women play basketball. I already know. The sign's already coming up, Womack. I already see.
I'll write a diss track on.
It started off like the Ethan. It started off like Ethan. First off, fuck Womack.
I know you're not talking about me. What? You? You and Gold Diddy Bastards?
Womack.
Womack
I'm going to say you see that Chase Center. All right, fellas.
All right. Womack be like, all right, y'all coming at me.
Once you started seeing Curry at the games, Warner probably.
I'm done with it.
But they still need us. But you see, they still need us to fucking draw the attention to fucking them.
85%, even more than that. Most of the people who watch the game are men, and I'm done with Curry after what he just did, right?
No, what do you do?
He's executive producer of. You see that horrible ass show on Netflix?
What?
Good Times.
Oh, that shit looks terrible.
That's executive producer. Yeah, he's not even old enough to watch the reruns.
That shit looks hella weak.
I mean,
are they redoing it?
I mean, embarrassed.
It's like a stupid ass cartoon. It looks garbage. It looks terrible.
That's how you expand your business. You know, Curry as the brand.
He's gonna
I'm just saying that's the move. You know what I'm saying? Entertain the business.
This is what we call. You know what I mean? This is.
If you see the trailer, y'all won't be saying none of that.
Yeah, watch the trailer. You will change your mind.
I mean, Curry's still my boy. I'm not gonna watch it.
Looks like one of the worst trailers I've ever seen.
This is what you call you part of the clique, right? This is all.
I know what you mean.
It's all it is.
I know what you mean.
It's all established. This is let you know.
They could do
you're saying my boy Curry drinks baby blood. All right, well, all right. Now my boy Curry.
I mean, we'll put it this way: I don't think Curry's saying no Diddy. After watching that trailer, he did it.
He did it.
So there's the cartoon, right? It's a cartoon.
It looks garbage, bro. Garbage.
Kid cartoon or
I'm talking about like
adult cartoon?
Kendrick Lamar garbage.
Garbage. Damn. That must be trash then.
Must be trash.
It must be trash.
That coming from Nip, it must be bad.
It must be real bad.
No, I watched it. It is an embarrassment.
So what is it? Is it just based on the premise of that, or did they change it up?
I'm telling you. Let me give you the description. It's a stupid ass cartoon. That's the description for it.
It has nothing to do with good.
That's all you need to. That's all.
They do any gender swap?
No. It's basically the PJs. It looks like the PJs, but it's not funny, and it's basically BL. It's just all the stereotypes you could think of. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't have watermelon. Fried chicken, blackface, tap. I mean, they basically did.
Is Seth MacFarlane attached to that too?
Yeah, Seth MacFarlane too. Yeah. It looks like a spoof. Like, remember how the Boondocks would have a spoof of black? That's what it looks like. But they made a whole show of the Boondocks making fun of.
Yo, that's
like how the Boondocks would make fun of like certain stuff in hood culture. Well, they just said, well, let's not make fun of it. Let's like actually make a cartoon show about it. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, no, it looks horrible. Like,
I'm gonna peep it out.
I'm warning you, you don't want to do it.
Yeah, no, I'm with Will on this one 100%.
That was
trash.
bad. I was like, this is a joke, right? Because I watched it on April Fool. I was like, this is a joke, right? Nah, it's not a joke. and Steph Curry's like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I won't do
Why
it.
he would attach himself to that garbage, I have no clue.
Most said that made no sense.
Yeah, Zach McFarlane, Steph, JJ. Probably JJ and a fucking woman in this shit.
Well, it's so bad because they got like 2 or 3 people from the original cast, and then afterwards when they saw the trailer, it was like, I didn't know you guys were doing that. This is just they were like, this is a disgrace. I don't want to be a part of this. I wish if I would have known this is what you were doing, I wouldn't have led my voice.
Oh wow!
So is this the shit right here?
Yeah.
This where he's grabbing her titty and shit?
No. That's not it. That's not it.
That's not it?
Look at the baby with the blonde hair. You see the baby with the blonde hair?
Oh, this right here?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what it's like.
Jeez.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. This ain't it. Look, they're even saying this ain't it.
Yeah.
I mean, well, that's good though. I mean, we're like, people get to criticize and say, you know what, this ain't it, like exactly like that. Mm-hmm. I mean, gotta do better. Go back to the drawing board. And
just like
but they're not going back to the drawing board.
Yeah, this is coming out. This is like the Acolyte. The Acolyte looks like trash.
Nah, Acolyte looks good. I think it looks.
I look pretty good to me.
Yeah. Well, they got y'all.
Yeah,
they ain't fooling me. They ain't fooling me. That's not Star Wars.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta see a little bit more Acolyte. I mean, look. I mean,
I
don't know what the premise is. We still don't know what the premise is of that.
This is before
I think
Yoda.
That's gonna be good.
Yeah, nah, I don't think so. I don't think you're gonna have a lot of negative. Did you see the downvotes on that? Not gonna happen.
The what?
God damn, Lucky trying to charge $8.99 for some little brownie bites? What the fuck?
Hey,
welcome to 2024. Oh, you're gonna be a food tour? You can go on IG and
Nah, I just got out of work, man.
Hungry?
I'm trying to look for a snack, and I looked at those. Usually those are like $4.99, but apparently they've gone up to $8.99.
Damn. That inflation, boy, I tell you.
It is,
bro, I got a fucking junior bacon cheeseburger and a medium fries at Jack in the Box. $8.69 today.
Yep.
And that's like their value
son.
menu shit.
Damn,
like,
son.
come on, bro.
Well,
I can't survive in this.
And groceries are just as bad.
No, I know. I'm at Lucky right now. Everything I'm looking at, you can't get nothing in here without $6 $6 and up.
Yeah, it definitely is out here, Smitty. Where you at? That's right. He's in LA too. Yeah, it's fucking $5.
Costco.
Shit, I seen $6.
I paid $5 for gas.
$6.59.
I paid $5 for gas at Costco today. So everywhere else is probably like $5.80, $5.70.
Out here. Well, are you sure? Because when I got mine, it was $4.76, and I'm in Concord.
Nah, this morning I got it was $4.99.
I got it this morning too. I got it was $4.76.
I got it the one in Hayward.
And that's the unleaded.
Oh, okay.
That's not even the premium.
You got to go the one closer to your place. That one.
That's the mobile. That's the
mobile.
That's
the one Arco. I go to. The business center. That's the one I go to.
That's weird because
that's the cheapest one out here. Yeah, that's the cheapest one out here.
That's the mobile Arco watered down shit too. That's not even the.
Nah, I ain't never had no problem with Costco gas. I've been using that shit for like 20 years.
Yeah, Costco gas, Costco hot dogs, Costco pizza.
You know it, bro. You know it. Speaking my language. when they took away them Polish sausages, man. That
was the shit. I used to fuck with those.
Oh, we gonna put the chicken bake. I want no goddamn chicken bake, baby. I want the hot dogs. That's what I'm here for, and the pizza.
They took the hot dogs.
Chicken
bake. Polish dogs.
Polish dogs.
Oh, okay.
Those used to be fucking
cracking. The Polish dogs are better than their hot dogs. Way better.
Yeah.
The only reason I just go for the hot dogs is I don't eat pork anymore. But
that's a lie.
No, actually I don't.
Hey, no lie, their ice cream's kind of good too.
Yeah, I don't eat pork anymore.
You don't eat that pork?
I don't eat pork.
You don't eat that swine no more, Will?
No, well, it's not just that. I shouldn't say pork.
I cut back on that too, but I do be fucking with the bacon here and there.
Yeah, Leviticus 11. I don't do it no more.
Fuck with that hog?
No,
that hog?
I don't do the shrimp's even worse.
Bro, $7.99 for the donut holes too, man. I'm just not supposed to eat any snacks.
Welcome to our newest segment. What are we eating?
What are we eating?
Well, no. What can we afford to eat?
What can we afford to eat?
What are we buying? What can we buy? What can we afford?
I left Top Ramen.
Welcome to our newest segment.
Bro, supermarket sweep would be a bitch. And
Lord, supermarket sweep.
That shit would change every week.
And that open you just feel like the seat for the little children. You fill that up. That's like $200 right there.
Sound like the long dogs. No, yeah, open wide, Smitty.
Smitty came out wide, the night.
Smitty's on fire today, yeah. Smitty's on fire.
Y'all tuning in, Smitty.
No, Diddy.
Come on, Smitty.
No, Smitty.
No, Smitty. No,
Smitty.
No, Smitty.
Smitty did it.
No, Smitty.
Smitty is on his Cat William hype tonight. Good shit, bro. Keep it coming, Smitty.
Oh, Lord.
Ah, shit. That's hilarious.
Dude,
keep it coming, Smitty. Good
some
shit.
of the videos of them making fun of Diddy, and oh my God, that's hilarious.
Oh, this shit, the Blood 50 be killing this dude. When you put him on the fucking Epstein fucking.
Yeah.
When you put the Epstein fucking face on him.
Oh, and then he had the when he brought back Farnsworth. That shit had me. This is a good umbrella. And he started dancing.
Oh damn.
Yeah, dude, a fucking.
Whoa. Wow, they ain't going.
50 been saying that shit for years too.
But
saying that shit.
I like what 50 because 50 said what I was saying at work. I was like, how they let him go. It was like, oh, they got him. They let him go to his plane.
Yeah,
why would you go to every other place, but you didn't go to his plane?
Yeah.
Come on now.
So they arrested both of his sons, right? Or are they
he left his sons there to take the fall.
Yeah, they took call. Yeah. But that's only to get in the house to get rid of the
Smitty. No, Smitty.
Smitty's like, I didn't do it. They went to the house to get rid of the evidence because he can link them. If they get Diddy, they can link it all the way up. So they're just like, hey, nothing to see here. Solar eclipse. Nothing to see here.
Yeah, they try to get that. So what was the big? So Will, what was the big deal? Why did they try to make a big deal about the shit? Try to put out warnings and all this bullshit about like the eclipse. They try to make it seem like it was a fucking like a national fucking disaster or some bullshit.
It's all.
I don't get that. There's no reason though.
People have always thought that it's a
the reason
some other shit.
They're trying to tie it to the apocalypse.
It's always been that way.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just telling you what they're trying to do because it wasn't just that. Because my mom was in New York.
Where the fuck has Womack been for the last 50 years?
Remember, my mom was in New York.
Yeah, but I don't remember doing this shit last time though.
Yeah, they always be on that shit.
They had the earthquake in New York. You had the earthquake out here. There was one up in Eureka. There was one down here. There was one in LA. There was one in New York. You had the shit that happened in Florida. You had the dead body they found.
Yes, but all this shit has always happened, but it's because there's more media and social media out there.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'm just saying they're trying to tie it to the apocalypse. Yeah, and also
doing out here with all the fires and they have the floods.
Cat Williams said it best, and I've said this too. 2020 is 2020 vision. They can't hide shit anymore. Mm-hmm. The more technology they have, it works for them to get more of what they want, but it also allows us to see into the underlings of what they're doing.
Oh yeah, I know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
Well, they're trying to recreate Bible shit and recreate.
Not recreate Bible.
Revelations. Well, that's what they're trying to do. Recreate Revelations.
They're not recreating Revelations. Most of Revelations hadn't even happened, but most of them don't even know what it means.
But that's what they're trying. But that's what I'm saying is they're trying to make all that shit.
We're watching, not what we're biblically watching and reading.
It's the same thing.
I'm telling you.
It's the same thing. What do you think V was for? Like that whole stuff. Like it's never mind, bro. It's all connected.
Let them know.
It's all connected.
Let them know.
It's all connected.
But anyway, so what about this though? So we ain't talking about this.
I'll tell you that.
Oh. Sue.
What'd you think about that? I thought that
his corner's an idiot. They should have stopped the fight.
I thought they were. Yeah, I put that in the fucking chat. Well,
I missed. Yeah, I've been gone. I've been on vacation.
Oh, his corner should have. They don't know how to stop a cut.
That was a pretty bad cut, but they should have stopped the fight. They should have had
dude, they were putting some kind of weak ass cream on it. Even the analysts were saying, like, what the fuck are they putting on it? Like,
you're supposed to put Vaseline on that shit.
Vaseline, or they have like stopping, like things that stop the blood.
Well, yeah, they have
they look like they were using fucking Neosporin or Cool Whip.
Hey, I just want to know that Pandora was my prospect. I have receipts, so I'm just saying.
Yeah. But he's not even. But I don't think
so you can't take credit.
But I don't think he was even that. Look, if the blood wasn't in his fucking eye,
Stu would have won the fight.
I think he would have won clearly. But he got fucked over because of. Well, that goes back to what we were talking about before.
Last minute replacement fight too. That fucked you up.
Yeah. And Fedora did something. Never mind. Fedora had to win that fight. That's all I'll say. Because you could tell Sue's not getting a rematch, and they're trying to bring up Errol Spence.
Now they might get a rematch because they're both suspended for 6 months because of the injury. So it might actually end up. They might end up having this rematch.
Yeah. But I wouldn't be surprised if you don't see that. It's going to be Spence to get him another belt.
Yeah, fuck
Fedora.
Oh, Fedora's getting
Fedora. Who the fuck is Fedora's a hat, bro?
I mean,
Fedora don't got no chin.
Whatever.
The only thing it's very awkward to fight him because of the height. Fedora.
Yeah, but he doesn't. Yeah, but he doesn't.
I know my boy Bud Crawford will put him in a hospital.
I know he was using that jab, but I don't think he was using that jab like a motherfucker who knows how to use his length.
Yeah,
did
because he doesn't. Well, he's too.
Because with that blood in his eye, he was still getting inside on him.
Boy Bud would stomp on him like a daddy.
Oh yeah, he would.
The problem is
they're trying to be weight, but he's like the epitome of weight Billy. Was he 6'6"? He should be a fucking 6'8". Oh no. Even if he's 6'6", that dude should be a heavyweight or at least a cruiserweight. He's too goddamn tall.
He's 6. What is
and
he?
Al Heyman is trying to freeze out Bud Crawford again. He's trying to get out.
I think 6'5".
He's doing the same shit he did at welterweight with Bud. He's gonna try to freeze him out.
He's
by getting all the belts.
6'5.5".
Yeah. So he's a shooting guard, small forward. Anyway, the whole thing is Crawford. It's not so much Crawford. It's because he don't fuck with what's his name?
Al Heyman.
No, Al Heyman doesn't fuck with what's the other guy? That used to be Crawford's promoter. What's his name?
Oh, Arum.
Yeah, Bob Arum.
No,
it's because him and Bobby
Crawford went over to him for the Errol Spence fight. They had a 2-fight deal, but it was obvious Spence didn't want that rematch, so that negated the
well, that was
contract.
him coming. That was the only way he would get the fight, but he's still getting at him. He's still mad at him because he was messing with Bob Arum.
Yeah.
He does not like Bob Arum at all,
and he wouldn't re-sign with him.
Yeah.
So he's trying to.
I'm with you, woman. I don't like Bob Arum either, but Al Heyman act like everybody loves.
I don't like any boxing promoters. Honestly, they're all snakes.
None of fucking dudes.
Snakes, but it's a lot of this stuff is. A lot of them are just going to die out. Al Heyman's smart because he's moving over to the next hustle, which is getting these streaming services.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I mean, I'm not going to be mad. I'm not going to be mad at him. Right? Evil's evil, though. I always say evil's evil. It don't matter who's doing it.
Yeah, no doubt.
But I'm happy Rolly lost, but that fight wasn't competitive. Yeah, he's right.
Rolly got demolished. I think
Pitbull needs to get out of 140. I don't see Pitbull money too. I ain't want to talk about that.
We're talking about
Haney?
Pitbull and Haney. Haney will get him. Haney will get him.
Yeah.
That's not even
I don't know about that.
No. That's a bad style for Pitbull. That's just really
I don't know about that because Haney can't take a punch.
He won't get. He'll hold on for dear life and then jab him to death.
I don't think Haney takes the fight. Honestly, I'll be real with you. I don't think Haney takes that fight.
No, well, there's nothing in it for Haney to go against Pitbull. Like honestly, there's
a belt. What are you talking about?
But not that one.
He's trying to unify. He needs to unify.
Yeah, but fight Teofimo.
Yeah, there you go.
Teofimo ain't trying to fight him. Teofimo's a pussy boy.
Yeah, but I think
He's a
it's
circus man. He's seen his stupid ass entrance.
Even though Haney don't have a chin like that, I mean, Raleigh still didn't get Raleigh still ate Pitbull's shit though. You know what I mean? Like he didn't go down. He didn't get dropped. He was getting hit with them shots, and Raleigh didn't go down.
I don't think Haney has any interest in that. He might talk that, but he just like he has no interest in a Shakur fight. He talks it, but he don't have no interest.
I'm with you, but the problem he has, and let's just be honest, he can't draw. Yeah. And he cannot draw, and his daddy wants to save him. And his daddy acting like a fake ass gangster. And the issue is that they're not going to do anything that don't make a lot of money, because let's just be honest, he's going to get caught real bad in the next 4 or 5. Somebody's going to get him. Somebody's going to get him.
I don't know, because he's going to avoid anybody with any power. He's going to go after the old dudes.
Yeah, I'm saying the 2 losses. I think Tank will get him, and I think Shakur will definitely get fucking Haney.
Yeah, or Matias.
Easy.
Matias is beast too.
140 is just not the spot for him, and that's the problem with Pitbull. 135, I think he can rock a 135. A lot of those guys. He's a short guy, but he's a big dude.
Pitbull get outboxed by him.
Well, that's why I picked.
Too fast for Pitbull.
I picked Rolly because I didn't think Pitbull was going to be able to have any power at 140, but he got rocked.
He got rocked, but he didn't get dropped though. He got dropped, but he's still like.
Well, the thing is, he should have went down on some of those, and he probably would have been able to stay in the fight. But he's an idiot.
Yeah.
Should have just took a knee instead of trying to be brave.
Yeah. Well, it's because he relies so much on his power, but Pitbull got a chin on him. That's why I say anybody who boxes him beats him.
What about the Ryan Garcia weirdo shit?
I don't know about that.
Is it an act? Is he a schizo?
It's definitely a little bit of act, but
it's got to be an act, because I've never seen him really act like this any time prior to this. Have you?
Yeah, he's always been a weirdo.
Well, no, he hasn't always been
extreme. Not like
when
this.
He first started. It all happened when he started messing with the fishnets.
Yeah, Oscar.
He started pulling out of fights because of.
Well, no, Oscar. Remember when he first got with Golden Boy? He wanted to fight everybody. That's back when he was like 17, 18, right? But it was after once he started getting the social media cred, he started getting them tattoos, he started hanging out playing poker, and you see him all at LA, and he wasn't really fighting. Something happened because he wasn't like that when he was 18. He wanted to fight everybody.
I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you what happened.
They took him to the road.
He got caught in the net. This is what happened.
Yeah, in the fish nets.
He got caught in the net.
They showed him the signs.
They show more than that.
Oscar, though, because Oscar used to like to fight the top dogs.
Yeah, but that's a different era, bro. These guys ain't like that. They ain't like that. Even Tank should have more fights than he has right now. And don't get me started about Canelo. It's a different era. It's a different era.
Yeah, you should definitely be fighting 3 or 4 times a year.
Yeah. Easy. Fucking Tyson. Fucking 10.
You know who you can thank for all of this, right?
Money Mayweather.
Pretty
exactly.
Money Mayweather. But
he ruined the sport.
He didn't ruin the sport. He just did it better than they were already doing it. He's just part of it. They were all doing it. All the promoters and everything. He's just like, you know what? If we're going to ruin this, I'm going to make money. I'm not sharing it with y'all.
He tanked it.
I done the same thing. They all did it. Pacquiao, same way.
Pacquiao fought people, though.
No, Pacquiao was on that stuff. You don't win 8 different weight championships that dude looked like a jockey. And you go from 112, like 108,
but Pacquiao never ducked no smoke.
Yeah, go back and look at it.
Smoke.
All the stuff it is revisionist history that they try to put on Mayweather. He was always chasing. Pacquiao was chasing Mayweather, wasn't the other way around. But it don't matter.
Off of each other. I'm gonna be real.
He was never beating.
They both didn't want that fight
ever.
No, that should have been. Well, that fight would have ended up the same way.
No matter when they would have fought.
Same. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Pac had already been through hella more wars before he fought Mayweather.
Yeah, but Mayweather would have still whooped his ass.
He beat all the guys that Pacquiao had beat. He beat after Mayweather beat him. What are we talking about?
That's true.
No, I know that, but my point is, Pac never ducked no smoke. I can't stand Pacquiao, but he never ducked no smoke.
Yeah, but what is that? But that has nothing to do with him getting his ass whooped by Mayweather. No matter where.
Mayweather did duck smoke though.
Mayweather
wanted no part of Keith Thurman. Mayweather wanted no part of Keith Thurman.
Mayweather didn't want no Keith Thurman. Really? You fucking scared of Keith Thurman? Fuck out of here, dude.
He didn't want no.
Mayweather ain't scared no.
There's only two people he didn't want to fight.
He retired as opposed to fighting the rematch with De La Hoya.
But he gave.
What reason?
Yeah.
Why would he?
Because he was losing that fight, and De La Hoya stopped throwing a jab.
No, it's because he was That's because he was probably going fucking. He was going to jail. It had nothing to do with the fucking fights. It's
no, that was way later.
The only time. No, he was in trouble anyway, and he was dealing with his family. But my whole thing is, even now, the reason why there's two people he didn't want to fight: Errol Spence and Crawford, because he knew he couldn't beat those guys.
And Thurman. He didn't want no part of Thurman.
He would have beat
I agree he would have beat Thurman, but he didn't want to take the fight. He was shook off.
Well, he wasn't shook off Thurman, dude.
Nobody cares about Thurman. Thurman's not a draw.
At that time, Thurman was the dude. He was the young up-and-coming lion. Yes, he was.
Nobody was going to watch Thurman.
I'm talking about Keith Thurman before the shoulder.
Pacquiao wouldn't have won. Because it'd have been the same thing. It would have been, he'd have got out. He was way faster than Pacquiao.
Before the shoulder injury was a different beast. After that shoulder injury, he was nothing.
No, he shouldn't have cut his hair. Unlike Cole.
No, he tore up his shoulder. I'm telling you, he was.
It wouldn't
I still think Floyd would have outpointed him, but
one time was no time. One time was no time. He's all about. That's why they call him money. He went for the biggest draw, and one time ain't it.
No, Keith Thurman wouldn't have been able to fuck with Floyd like that. Not his style. He wouldn't fuck with his defense. He wouldn't fuck with his counter.
But Floyd didn't want to take the fight.
I don't think so.
He fought Andre Berto. He fought Conor McGregor. He fought Robert Guerrero.
More money.
The ghosts.
More money.
Guerrero ain't paying more money than the Keith Thurman fight. Get out of here, Will.
Oh, come on. Nobody watching.
Well, Keith Thurman wasn't even a draw like that, dude. Like, come on.
He's not a draw.
He's more of a draw than Robert Guerrero, man. Cut the shit.
No, he's fucking. He's now no more than he ain't than fucking Conor.
Do you even know who Robert Guerrero is? Do you even know who Robert Guerrero is?
It doesn't even matter.
But he ain't never had no draw though. What fucking
headline? Boxing. He made it already.
Fucking headline. Okay,
he only even watches the main fight.
Yeah, but what? Okay, but what main fight? But what major fucking headline did fucking Keith Thurman have? What's the most fucking draw that he's fucking?
At that time, he was undefeated, young.
Okay, but
he was
what?
A young lion.
But what was the most? Okay, but what was the most he's ever made in a fucking fight?
That's the fight the fans wanted to see. The boxing fans wanted to see was Keith Thurman.
You know exactly why he wasn't going to fight Keith Thurman and he fought Robert Guerrero.
Not only Robert Guerrero, Andre Berto, Conor McGregor.
Conor McGregor is that was the biggest fight at the time. The Guerrero
hella old anyway.
The Guerrero fight is very, very simple. Even if you didn't like him, he's a Mexican fighter against a black fighter. Money.
Cinco de Mayo. You already know how Mayweather does it.
You know how it goes. Come on now.
Easy money right there.
Who you going?
So why would Floyd rematch Maidana and the cat who beat him, the other cat who beat him? What's his name?
Ain't nobody beat him. But
he lost that fucking fight.
At the same time,
he lost
just like Guerrero.
Swears up and down.
They're just gonna Spanish speaking guy. I'm rooting for that guy.
Castillo.
I want to be Mayweather. Money.
Castillo beat him.
Castillo didn't beat him.
Yes, he fucking did. Yes, he fucking did. Floyd was running like a fucking girl in that fight.
Oh boy, here we go with the running stuff.
Hey, I mean, you guys like to say it with certain people. With other people,
he wasn't running. He was right there in front of him. He wasn't running.
He don't run in the fight. He might duck you.
Running was Jermell Charlo running from fucking Canelo.
Yeah,
that's fucking running. That's fucking running.
That's running. And there's a difference between running and ducking. You know who Mayweather?
Yeah, I understand that. But Mayweather was running in that Castillo fight. He didn't want no part of it.
He right there. Pernell Whitaker is the only fighter he ducked. You don't even start about.
He ducked the Oscar rematch. It's a fact. He retired and then he magically came out of retirement when Oscar fucking Was all
Oh my God! Come on now.
So why would he give Castillo a rematch but not Oscar?
What was the point of him fighting Oscar again?
That was the biggest money out there for him too. Oscar fight would have been the biggest money rematch,
Not,
bigger than any other fight.
You mean Oscar?
Oscar's already on the way down, though.
All the way down, and he's now the disgraced Mexican. Castillo was
so by that logic,
is a real Mexican.
That logic, the Oscar rematch would have been the biggest fight out there for him, right?
Oscar wasn't seen as a real Mexican. Castillo was.
Obviously, he was shook off something, right? Because he didn't get him
shook off not making more money.
Fucking Oscar, fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Yes, he fucking was.
No, he was. He already beat him.
Why did he retire in the prime of his career then, woman? You tell me. Let's hear this out.
Why? Did Oscar retire in the prime of his career?
No, Floyd retired after the first Oscar fight to avoid fighting Oscar because there was a rematch clause. So why would Floyd retire out of nowhere?
His career? He was in his early 30s. That's not your prime of your career.
Floyd was in the prime of his career. Floyd retired, not Oscar. Floyd.
That's what I said.
He was in his
mid-30s. I was in the prime of his career. That's the end of his prime.
Was in the prime of his career. I'm talking about Floyd.
That's what I'm saying. How old was Floyd when he fought Oscar?
He was young. That was his big fight when that's the fight that put him on the scene.
But how
Probably
old?
like 26, 25 maybe.
No, he wasn't that.
He wasn't that.
Yes, he was. That was the fight that put him on the scene after he beat Gotti. Then it was the big money fight. That made his career. So again, I ask, why would you retire in the prime of your career if that's the biggest fight out there for you? Anyway, we went on a whole different tangent.
Oh my God! Don't start.
That's why Mike Tyson. That's why Mike Tyson called him out too. When he asked him was if Mayweather was the GOAT at that time, he said nah, because he's not fighting. You know, he's not.
He's not the GOAT. He's the best defensive fighter of all time for sure, and really skilled.
None of these guys are the GOAT.
But you put Mayweather against those the Kings, they wash him. I think the only one he beats maybe.
Well, the Kings, he wouldn't fight any of all those guys because a lot of them are middleweights.
Sugar Ray would get him because Sugar Ray had speed, as much speed as Mayweather, if not more.
I don't know, but he couldn't. The other two, he's only fighting two of them. Because those are at actual weight classes. Realistically, if you put him back in the 50s and 60s with Sugar Ray Robinson,
still trying to look up fucking Mayweather's age at that time.
If you look at when he had a fight, if he fought in the 50s and 60s with Sugar Ray Robinson, yeah, he would have lost. He wouldn't have. There's no way he would have came out undefeated, and he would never beat Sugar Ray Robinson.
Yeah, he's like 30-31.
Thank you.
When he fought Oscar, hell no.
Yeah,
Oscar was older though, right?
Oscar was like 35, 36. He was 30 years old?
Yeah.
Still the prime of his career.
It's not prime. 30 is not
30 is the prime of a boxer's career. What are you talking about, Will?
No, it's your mid 20s. This is boxing. It's brutal. By the time you're an old man when you hit 30.
Crawford's in his prime right now, right? He's 35.
That's now. These guys don't fight
was
like
in his
that.
Prime 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh my God, Canelo don't. Again, they don't
I'd say
fight.
29, 30 is the prime.
Canelo was fighting 3 times a year though, so I'll give him props for that.
Yeah,
but now that he's gotten older,
Canelo was not in his prime in his late 30s.
No, he wouldn't lose against Canelo in the rematch. He'd beat Canelo again in the rematch.
I think the closest.
Canelo learned how to fight
and Mayweather. Their best prime paths don't cross. Canelo's bigger weights.
Yeah, but Canelo learned how to fight because of Floyd, dude. Don't act like he fucking didn't.
That's true.
Don't act like he didn't.
When you talk
after he came out of that fight, that motherfucker moved completely different.
The argument is invalid because obviously Canelo is better at a bigger weight than Mayweather, right?
Because he's a bigger guy.
Their paths would never cross.
Well,
when they're both in their primes.
What are you talking about?
I mean, probably
because Mayweather fought at 152 or 156, 150. Yeah. I think 152.
But who was Canelo was closer to his prime. Mayweather way past his prime. So actually,
I disagree on that. Mayweather was still in his prime. He never.
I would say Mayweather was still in his prime because, but still,
he was ranked number 1 pound for pound.
It doesn't make you in your prime.
Today.
When they fought 2011, 2012.
That's like
Mayweather
saying
was
he's already like 35. He's already what, like
like
34 years old.
Ali was in his
Canelo
prime
was-
in the late 60s
But how
and
much
early
damage
70s.
does Mayweather
And
take? He took the least amount of
took him
damage
out
of
of his
any
prime because
fighter.
he couldn't fight for 4 years.
Yeah, but you got to remember
Same
though.
with
He
Bernard
fucking,
Hopkins, which is why Bernard Hopkins was able to
well,
win
you
a
got to
belt at his
remember though.
50s.
Floyd had a lot of power, and then he fractured his fucking wrist, and that fucked him
He
up.
was not at his,
He wasn't even fighting the same afterwards.
you got to remember, this is boxing.
Injured his
By the
hands.
time you hit your prime is like 27, 28. Very few get to your 30s. Very few. And then
I
nowadays,
disagree on that.
it's
I
so
think your
soft, it
30s.
doesn't
I think your
matter.
30s is your prime for boxing because
I
you're
think,
wiser.
yeah, 31,
It's not about
32.
being wise.
30,
You know what I'm saying?
31. I'd say
you
is
ain't
your
moving,
prime.
but you ain't moving
You
like
ain't
you did
moving
when you
like
were
To
fucking.
the max. You ain't
Bud
moving, but
Crawford just
your
won.
your
Bud
style
Crawford
has.
just
The
stomped
thing
out
is,
Spence at 34 years old, and I'd say he's in his prime still. Would you
Bro,
say
you-
Bud's
so
not in
you-
his prime? Bud's in his prime right now. This is the
No,
prime of his
he's
career.
not in his prime. Bud
Yes,
was,
he is. He just knocked out every fighter at welterweight. Will
they not good. Who good? What
Sean
you
Porter's
talking
not
about?
good?
His prime
Errol
was at
Spence is not good.
no, and he proved it.
Porter's
I
not
was
good. Are you
wrong.
kidding me?
He's not good. 140 was when he was in his prime. When he fought at 140. He's not in his prime. You cannot be in your prime at 35.
Bud is still in his prime, dude.
No, Bud is still good.
You're
He's
talking
fast.
about back in the day when they fought 5 times a year. They fight once a year. Your prime goes to like 40 now. Damn near.
Even worse. Because you're not even fighting enough to know when your prime is. You're a boxer. You're supposed to be fighting 3 times a year.
This is the prime version of Bud.
as I
I'll
say,
tell you that.
minimum.
Right?
This is the
You
prime
don't
version
even-
of Bud.
You should be clearing out divisions.
Bud is clearing out divisions. He just cleared out 2 divisions.
Right? You should be clearing out division as quickly as possible. I'm done.
If he
And then-
clears out
and then
another
fight
division,
challenges.
he's gonna be the best ever.
Oh no! Now you tripping?
If he clears out 154, he's not the best ever.
No,
What fighter's
nowhere
ever gone
close.
through? No fighter's ever
Nowhere
gone through divisions
close.
undisputed.
Oh my God, Sugar Ray
If
Robinson.
he clears out 154,
Sugar
he's
Ray
the best
Robinson,
fighter
really?
ever.
He's better than Sugar Ray Robinson, really?
Did Sugar
Really?
Ray Robinson ever go undisputed in 3 divisions?
How many fights? He's gonna fight 108 times. He's gonna go undefeated 80. He's gonna fight 80 fights in a row and not lose. Really?
But again, did he clear out 3 divisions? Nobody's even came close to that.
Oh my God.
And that's
So
a wrap
if he-
for the
if he
G.
cleans out
Man,
154,
LeBron must be the greatest player of all time. God,
if he
come
cleans
on.
out
That makes
154,
sense.
if he cleans out 154, he's not better than Mayweather.
No, he's not better than Mayweather.
Tripping.
He's
If he
not
cleans
better
out
than
154, so if he beats Tim Tszyu, Errol Spence again, Fundora, and whoever
Fundora.
and Jamal Charlo, he's not better than Mayweather.
If these guys are better than the guys that Mayweather fought, and he's like, come on, dude. They're not even the same type of fighter.
Mayweather never went undisputed once. Will?
You couldn't go. It doesn't even matter.
Yes, you could. He ducked it. He didn't want to
The
do it.
quality of fighters is not even
That
close.
means you beat every champion in that division. You didn't duck nobody. Mayweather was obviously playing games because he never got that undisputed in any weight class he was in.
No matter. He's a better fighter.
Keith Thurman was on that hit list and he didn't want that smoke.
Oh, my God. Tripping. Oh,
Thurman. That's hilarious. Thinking fucking Thurman
It's
is the fucking boogeyman for fucking Mayweather. That shit's hilarious.
Well, you don't follow boxing, so I wouldn't expect you to understand.
Yeah, but it don't fucking matter. Thurman, but like, who the fuck?
None of these
Yeah,
guys.
at that time, Thurman was a top dog.
These guys
Undisputed,
would be
undefeated.
roadsmen if they were fighting in the 90s.
You guys are talking about Thurman after the shoulder injury, though. That Thurman was a different beast.
I don't care if he was without his shoulder energy, whatever. He couldn't fight in the old days. He barely can fight now. That's a lot of these guys.
Yeah.
Spence is a pressure fighter with average power that goes to the body. He would be dead if he was
How
fighting.
come nobody was saying that until
Crawford
Crawford demolished him? How come you picked
Because I'm
Spence?
comparing
you
it
pick
to
Spence?
this era.
How come you picked Spence then, Will, to beat Crawford if he was that weak?
He is weak. This
Is he
era
that weak,
is
or did Crawford just make him look that bad?
yes, Crawford's the best of a weak ass era. Golf clap.
Yeah. No, I don't think. I still don't think Canelo would beat Mayweather in a rematch. You know, well, Floyd don't lose
It
rematches.
depends where the rematch is at. If Mayweather fought him at 160,
It wouldn't matter where the
Canelo would
rematch
beat him.
is
But
at.
that doesn't matter
Floyd-
because that's too big for Mayweather.
Floyd don't lose rematches though. It doesn't even matter if he was fucking big.
If he fought him again at a catch
If he fought him at 160, Canelo beats him.
maybe.
But that doesn't matter because Mayweather doesn't belong at 160.
Yeah, it doesn't belong. He doesn't even belong at middleweight.
He 54. He was pretty good at 54.
Yeah.
But I think that's his cutoff. I mean, he shouldn't have to be forced to go up to 160. Just like Bud should not be forced to go up to 68
No, he
like
shouldn't.
Canelo.
When you talking about when you started at 130.
No, because that'd be a bad. I mean, that's a bad fight.
Anyway, I think if he cleans out 54, you can say you can make an argument.
Talking about weight classes they made up.
Leo, what do you think? If he cleans out 50-40, would you put him down as a GOAT?
Who?
Bud. If he gets all the belts at 154.
I like Bud. The only thing that I can't put him in a GOAT category. I mean, he's good. It's just that he fights maybe once every other year now. I mean, it's tough to. I mean, as a boxer, when we're growing up, we saw Mike Tyson fight a bunch of times. We saw Chavez fight a bunch of times a year. It's just it's hard to say these guys are GOAT now when they're just like. They're fighting like once a year, maybe twice, and then then someone gets hurt. Then your opponent gets hurt. Yeah, and then just what we saw with Casasu and Thurman. Thurman got hurt. So I mean,
okay, but if he cleans out 3 different divisions, 3 undisputed in 3 divisions, that wouldn't put you in GOAT status. That means you beat everybody in 3 divisions. You didn't duck absolutely anybody.
Yeah, but I mean, but kind of like Will's saying though, it depends because ain't nobody really there.
The competition wasn't there. The competition is
ain't nobody really there. So now Spence is a wash, right? Even though everybody picked Spence to beat, but
I picked Spence to win.
But Spence,
no, I picked
Spence had that car accident, the eye injury. We all said
I'd say I was going to go.
He didn't look the same when he had
none
that
of that was
previous
brought
fight.
up. None of that was brought up when he beat Ugas and Danny Garcia, though. But when Bud skunks him, then it's brought up. So that don't add up.
No, I had Bud against Spence. I had Bud. I had picked Bud.
Yeah. I think your boy did.
Okay,
it's just hard for me to say.
Even you, Leo, you never mentioned anything about that car accident before the Spence fight, before the Bud fight. But now that he lost, everybody want to bring up the. I said this was going to happen. You can go back and watch the tape on TDC.
No, exactly what I did say. I did say. I mean, I did say that you got to be careful with. I mean, I said Spence got to be careful with that car accident, eye injury. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't get what you're trying to say. Saying that
I'm trying to say that now everybody's trying to diminish the win.
I'm not diminishing that. I'm diminishing the era.
Will just said Spence is garbage. Spence is
compared to garbage. Compared to Jake LaMotta, yeah. Compared to Fritz Zivik, yeah. Compared to Sandy Agnock, yeah. Yo,
Spence is not garbage.
You talk about a casual. Name me the 5 top fighters that Sugar Ray Robinson fought. They're all-time greats. What all-time greats? What? Oh my gosh! Oh, okay. So, but I'm a casual. Dude, get out of here.
I don't even go. I can't judge the dudes that I've watched.
He didn't fight nobody.
I never.
None of these guys are going to be all-time greats.
But I think
who other than him is going to be an all-time great? Who is he going to fight? Crawford, who's going to fight, is going to be an all-time great.
Spence.
Oh my gosh.
No, I don't think Spence is all-time great.
Spence is an all-time great?
Of this era? Who's better than Spence?
No, all-time great is all eras. That means you should be able to fight in the 50s. You should be fighting in the future. All-time great.
Spence would have been good. Bud is just on another level.
Woulda, shoulda, coulda. He's not.
But yeah, I would say Bud is a whole different level. Yeah, just with the way and he's still at the age that he's still producing.
Bud is a generational talent. He is
right. And if he fought other generational talents, he would lose.
Oh yeah, who would beat him?
Yes, I already said his name by 500 times. Sugar Ray Robinson. He probably
not in the same weight class. Tomo.
Are you kidding me? He's the greatest welterweight of all. Stop it. Stop it.
And he was playing cab drivers, Will. Let's
oh my God. Jake LaMotta's oh my God. Jake LaMotta's a cab driver now, huh?
Not Jake LaMotta, but how many? Let's pull up a bunch of guys none of us can name on that resume.
I can name 5, and they're all time
5 out of 100. Exactly my point.
That's 5 more than Crawford's beat.
5 out of 100. It's not really.
All right, it sounds like a discussion that should go to our Discord.
Fuck this. This discussion is gonna close
If
me
Bud
out.
G's out 54, he's the best boxer.
So
ever.
you're telling me Bud Crawford could beat Sugar Ray Leonard? Let's not even go that far. What about Sugar Ray Leonard? What about Stonehands? Like, he's not touching those dudes.
Ain't fucking with
At what
Hearns.
weight? At what weight?
At 140. 140. It don't even have to be welterweight. At 135.
Yeah, I don't think he ain't fucking with Hagler and all them. No, Hagler busted shit.
I don't know about Hagler. Hagler's a different beast.
Stonehands.
I think he
Who's the
fared. I
greatest
think
135 of all time?
what
all
Durant's problem
time.
is he can't.
Durant.
Durant's problem
He
is he's not
he would-
consistent.
He would still beat him at 135, and he would beat him
depends
at
on which Durant you
140.
get.
You can call him the. I mean, you
It
can call him the
depends on
goat
which
for
Durant
right
you
now.
get.
You can call him the goat
Oh my
for today.
God.
You can say the goat today.
You're telling me that Roberto
That's fine.
Duran wasn't consistent at 135? He's the greatest lightweight.
I'm saying
of
his
all
whole
time.
career,
doesn't
the tail
matter.
end of his career, he was not consistent.
At tail end of the career, he couldn't fight at 135 because he got
After
fat.
he beat Ray Leonard, he was a bum.
He was beating Salvador Santos. Like, come on, bro. He beat all-time greats before he even went to welterweight.
Yes, but
in that
after
run.
he won that big fight, what did he do? He partied like it was
So
1999.
what? And it was
So that's what I'm saying. Which Durant are you getting?
the good one, the all-time great one.
So
That would
Durant
be
at his best. What was Durant's best weight?
135. 135 is his best. He's the best 135 of all
Okay.
time.
Well, Bud was probably 147 or 140. So I don't
No.
think they even crossed.
No, Bud's best weight is 140. So if he can fight at 135, he can
So are they
definitely
fighting
beat
at 140 then?
Yeah, and he'll whoop this shit out
Okay,
of
then I'm taking Bud at 140. I'll take Bud at 140.
against Durant.
Yeah, against Durant.
Against Durant.
Y'all romanticize Durant a little bit too much because you want to look at his resume. You want to see the L's?
Go ahead and look. No, go look at his resume at 135. Go ahead.
Yeah, my boy
We're
Durant.
not talking
Durant.
135 though. We're talking
I
140.
double dog dare you. Go look
We're
at
talking 140. Will we ain't talking
it. If he,
135? You
there
just
was
said
no
it.
140. 140 didn't exist. Ha! Guess you didn't know that
Okay,
either.
so
Go look it up. Go look at 135 and you tell me he's going to win.
Durant
Nah.
versus against
Durant?
Bud.
Yeah, you tripping. You tripping.
Durant didn't give a fuck about getting hit. I just fucking say that. Like,
Tripping.
Damn.
Durant.
Are we getting coked out, Durant?
Durant against Bud.
If
At
he's
one-
coked out, Durant,
Oh,
man.
man, I was just saying.
Party?
You're talking about Durant at 135 fighting a guy in a
That
made
guy
up
was
weight
my
class at the
nightmare,
time.
bud.
He would have mollywopped Crop. He would have mollywopped all those guys. He's like Tank Davis, who actually fights.
Oh, so you want to, how many losses does Durant got? Since you know it all about Durant.
Look, I just told you at 135,
How many
zero.
losses? How many
Zero.
losses does he got?
Zero. 135, zero.
How many
Zero.
losses has he got in
No.
his career?
Who cares about his career? You said the best Durant.
All right.
The best Durant's at 135.
16
He
losses,
never
bro.
lost.
All right, so this is how we're gonna
16
settle it. We need EA
16
Sports
losses.
to drop a boxing game.
these things go.
Will pick
Fight night.
Durant.
Just play fight night.
Nick will pick Crawford. Let's make it happen. EA, bring out fight night. Yeah,
Streaming on Twitch.
Bring
16
it on.
losses.
Bring it
That's
on.
all I gotta say. I think that speaks volumes.
So,
16
Streaming on
yeah,
Twitch.
how many fights, too? How many
Twitch.
more fights did he have?
He had 100 fights. 103 and 16.
How many fights does Crawford have?
40.
Probably about 35, 40.
Get out of here, bro. And then we're not even talking about
Well,
the amateur fights.
Even the ratio don't even add up though. That ain't
Oh,
Crawford
my
would never
God.
get
That's
16
true.
because he has
He's-
zero.
That's you know what? That's I mean, all right. So with Will is saying is saying is here. The fight boxers from the 50s, 60s, 70s, they had over what? Some guys had over 1,000 amateur fights, and these guys were going to Mexico, Puerto Rico, all over the country, and then I mean all over the world. So damn, and that's not included. Yeah, I don't know. I'll take Durant. I'm sorry.
With them-
Up until
with
the
them
Leonard
playing-
fight,
them
he beat
cards-
Bud?
cards,
Oh, yeah.
come on, man.
Up until the Leonard fight, he has nobody of notability on his career record. I'm looking at his box rec right now. Wellington Wheatley, Joseph Nsbuga, Zeferino Gonzalez,
Good fighter.
19-2 was his career record. So maybe a decent fighter. Yeah. Carlos Palomino, 27-2. Jimmy Hare, 73-17. Monroe Brooks, 41-4. Ezekiel Abondo, 1-3. Adolfo Burwet, 15-2. Esteban De Jesus, 51-3. These dudes are
51-3. God damn! Like, what the fuck?
To these records. You listen, and all of these guys, especially if they're from Cuba or Panama, these guys are in the Olympics.
And he lost to Wilfredo Benitez.
That dude's a badass. If you put him in this era,
but he lost to him.
He would wipe the floor at all of them.
But he lost to him. And then he lost after that to Kirkland Lang. Who the fuck is Kirkland Lang, Will?
Better than these fighters.
He ain't better than Crawford.
Oh my god.
He ain't better than Crawford.
Oh my god. We go ask the old timers. They'll tell you. They tell you. And this era has nothing compared.
Duran was a different beast.
Which Duran you getting though? Because it looks like there's two different Duran.
I would still take coked out.
Not just Duran. That whole era is a different.
He beat Leonard, and then the next fight he lost to Leonard.
Yeah, because he was partying. He admitted he was partying, smoking, didn't train.
Bud wouldn't fuck with Sugar Ray. Bud wouldn't fuck with Hagler. Bud wouldn't fuck with a lot of them dudes.
But Mayweather would, right?
Let's keep it 100. I don't know.
Mayweather wouldn't fight Hagler.
I don't think. I mean, I don't know.
Fight,
Mayweather probably wouldn't last against Hagler. Hagler hit too fucking.
Yeah. Well, and plus he's a natural middleweight, so that discredits that. If you're talking about Mayweather, his two best weight classes are 135 and 147. So he's fighting a welterweight and a lightweight. So that means he has to fight Stonehands. He has to fight Sugar Ray Robinson or Sugar Ray Leonard.
I think he beats Stonehands. I think he loses to Sugar Ray Leonard.
I think I have the opposite. I think he beats Leonard, but he probably doesn't beat.
All right, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna ask AI.
Oh my god!
Chat GPT.
Chat GPT. Yeah, who's gonna win? Let's settle this shit now.
Thank you, Vet. Tell him, Vet. Duran would cook him. He would cook him. He would say, "This Bud
gets his props." Yeah, but fuck, you're naming all of these other boxers. I mean, it's tough.
All right. And then Sugar Ray Robinson, you know what's unfair about that one? He wanted to. He was a unified champion at welterweight. He was a unified champion at middleweight, and he was never a middleweight. He never weighed in at 160. He was always like 5 to 7 pounds lighter, and he was still whooping people's asses. It's not even fair.
It's hard for me because I never seen him fight, so I can't.
When he fought Jake LaMotta, it was like a 5 to 6 pound difference, and he still won.
I've never seen him fight live. It's different.
I only saw Duran fight live twice. He was old and fat. It doesn't take away from the greatness. I never saw Ali fight when he was in his prime. It doesn't take away from his greatness.
But that's what makes it hard to rank him, because if you've seen him fight firsthand, you have a better perspective of it all.
That might be true, but you're a smart individual. I think you can figure it out.
Well, I think you just need to break them down by generation. I think that's the way to do it.
Certain generations are not as good as others. You gonna tell me this generation of basketball is close to the 80s and 90s? It's not.
Well, Steph Curry is.
Yes, individuals are, and Steph Curry wouldn't be a superstar in that era. He would be a good player. He'd be a starter on a decent team.
I don't know. He would smoke some of them dudes.
He's smoking Magic? He's smoking the Bulls?
He would smoke Magic. Yes, he would smoke Magic.
No. He's not sure. Because you know who's guarding him? Who finally get into the Hall of Fame this year? Right? On the Lakers, their 2 guard? Nah. He would be with hand check? Come on now. He better shoot from half court, because that's the only time he's going to get something. And the Bulls? Michael would shut him down. Shut him down.
He didn't shut down AI. AI cooked Jordan a few times.
He cooked him? He cooked him.
Broke his ankles.
How many points he scored?
I want to say like 40.
Nah, not on Jordan.
No. He dropped 40 points.
A couple buckets probably. He didn't fucking get his whole fucking game. No. He can get his whole game on him.
And he couldn't do that on old man Jordan. This is the pull-up game, Jordan. He wasn't doing that on 1988 Jordan.
35, my bad.
He had 35 for the game. You tell me
37.
he had 35 on. You tell me he had 37 points on Michael Jordan?
No. Against Jordan, yes. What the fuck else are we gonna say? Yeah, against Jordan, he had 37 points.
Bro.
It says it right here. Just Google it.
It says he had 37 points.
Exactly. What the fuck are we talking about here?
What? So
Jordan
I just said he had scored 37
points. You mean he guarded him every single bucket? Really?
If he was on the floor and he wasn't guarding him, is that Iverson's fault?
Right. That means he
cooked Jordan, and he did cook Jordan that game.
Come on, man.
Was it the prime Jordan? I don't know about that.
You don't know about that. It wasn't. The best Michael Jordan is 87 through 93. Period. And that's not even the best prime that anybody's ever had. Best prime.
I think Steph will still be able to score on Jordan. I'll tell you that.
He can score in any league because he's an all-time great, but he's not going to have the same success in that era that he would have in this era. Not even close.
Well, because you can get fucking pummeled.
He can get pummeled.
I mean, he's getting pummeled now, and that's still not fucking calling shit. So, I mean,
Imagine him getting
that's
pummeled.
a different kind of pummeling, though.
I don't know. Some of the fouls to this. Yeah, he's buffed up a lot. But what I'm saying is that there's different rules, like the whole shooting and then landing spot that don't happen. You don't have that in the 80s and 90s.
No, that's fair.
So even all those threes, that's completely different. And I'm not saying he wouldn't make them. He would probably still make all.
Oh, he still hit them.
Right. And here's the biggest thing.
If you're talking about going to the basket, probably.
Going to the basket and
that might be where it is. But from shooting, I mean, the field goals, shooting from
I don't know.
the
Spud
floor,
Webb and Muggsy Bogues survived in the league, so I think Steph will be all right.
Spud Webb and Muggsy Bogues did not survive in the 80s because they didn't play in the 80s. In the 80s, half of the stuff they're talking about is called a carry. You might as well call these players today waiters because they carrying the ball to the basket with their hand underneath it.
That is
way too much.
That is true.
And the refs started letting.
And then the refs want to
all that
It's
shit.
the same thing with football. It's the same thing with everything.
Oh my goodness. Well,
I mean, Brady, he wouldn't survive in the 80s.
I don't know, but I gotta go fucking work. So I don't know what we're gonna do. You gonna Discord it up?
Yeah, we
You
can
ask?
dip.
You want to ask?
Bring it to
Chat
Discord.
Should we ask Chat GTP with
Chat
fucking Steph?
GDBs.
Chat GDBs.
Oh Lord.
There you go.
Oh man.
Chat DVDs will tell you this is the
They
best
can
fighter
fill
of
in
all
for us.
time.
They can fill in for us when we don't want to take another month
I
off.
hate this, man.
There you go.
I've been arguing.
Chat
I've been arguing with
GDBs.
Nip for usually after I argue with you for an hour, Nip, we go play some basketball. So
For real.
we can't do that no more.
Chat GDBs next week.
Next week, Chat DBT.
I like that. You should we need a fucking copyright
Let's
that.
get that now.
We gotta get it now. Chat GDBs. That'll be the segment. Shit. All right. Well, good.
Watch
That was a good
Shogun.
one.
That's my
That was good.
that's
Welcome
my
back.
advice. Shogun.
Shogun. Watch Invincible.
Shogun, yeah. The only issue I have with Shogun is the same issue Womack will have with Shogun. Certain people beating up and killing people that
Unrealistically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well, that's whatever. Sometimes it makes for good. Sometimes it makes for good shit.
Yeah.
Invincible was sick too.
Just like Predator. No, it was good. It was a good watch. I like that movie, but it was a little unrealistic. But it was fine.
Predator wasn't unrealistic. They didn't.
Talking about Prey.
kill him.
Or Prey. Oh,
Prey.
excuse me. Yeah, Prey. There you go.
Pray.
Prey.
He was
It was
picking up. How much did Arnold weigh back then? Like 280 when he was fully buffed out.
Who?
In Predator.
No, he's talking about Prey.
No, I was talking about Prey. Not
He
Predator.
meant to say Prey is what he meant to say.
Yeah. The new one with the chick.
Oh God. I'm going to hunt. Like, ma'am, how much do you weigh? That weapon is bigger than you.
It was
man.
a good movie, but it was a good movie.
I
I'm
liked
not taking away from the movie. It was a good movie for sure. That's why I say it
I
was
liked
a
it.
little.
But I mean, yeah, it was a little bit unbelievable for sure.
I can't. And I used to be like that because when I watch movies all the time, it was like that. But Lost changed me after the final season of Lost, and I was like, nah. And then my dad used to say this all the time, watching what's that TV show, Alias. When he watched Alias, he was like, "This is cool," but he was like, "This is gonna get women beat up." I was like, "What are you talking about? Ain't no way in the world she's beating 5 guys." And my dad's a correctional officer.
Man, like, that last season of Lost was such a letdown anyway.
Yeah, and it ruined movies.
That was like my favorite show ever up until that point.
Yes, I was the same way.
That season, that was terrible.
I still haven't seen that whole series.
That series was sick, man. You were hating. I don't know what your problem was. You're just being a weirdo.
It was so good, but
a lot of shit.
It's like my buddy Resto at work. He talks about like Game of Thrones. He says the last season's so bad. I don't even know if I can recommend that show to anyone because you got to watch the whole thing. And the last 2 seasons are trash.
I didn't think the last season of Game of Thrones was as bad as the last season of Lost. Because Lost didn't tie up any loose ends. That's what pissed me off.
Yeah, but it made sense. It just was bad. With the end of Game of Thrones, it made no sense. Like, I'm disabled.
But that's on the fucking book writer too, though, because he didn't give him any.
No, you're right, and also the showrunners because they want to do a Star Wars.
Those
movie.
guys are weirdos. Yeah, they fucked it up.
Yeah,
you see how Star. I was talking to my brother today.
I think that would have been sick though if they would have done Knights of the Old Republic. Them two.
That would have been dope.
That's basically what the Acolyte is, and I ain't. Nah, I'm cool.
Well, we'll see. I gotta see more Acolyte. I mean, it looks decent, but we gotta see. I gotta see more. I still don't know what the premise is. Like, I don't know what the fuck it is. Like,
it's called Gay Women. That's what the premise is.
Andor. Everybody loves Andor, but I can't finish that.
Yeah, I can't
sleep on that show.
Yeah, that shit.
That
was unnecessary show for me.
But I think the problem with Andor, it's not Star Wars. It's just because there's no, and I think that's the problem that people think of Star Wars. They think of wizards in space with Jedi, and that's not Star. It's deep.
That is Star Wars, but it's just.
I heard that
part of
Dune
it.
2. I heard Dune 2 is trash.
It's okay. Here's the problem with Dune 2. The movie's really good. The visuals really good. It's the lead actor. Charlemagne ain't hurt nobody. Charlemagne is Charmin. No one's gonna believe that dude's leading the army.
Who?
No one.
Charlemagne the God?
No. No one would believe him. No one would believe him either. No, the lead, the dude from the new Willy Wonka movie.
The actor.
That dude.
The actor. It's just.
What are they going to show next? Willy Wonka's dad with the fucking condom that broke and fucking sugar-coated condom. Like, what the fuck, man? Enough of these damn prequels.
Yeah, chocolate condom.
It was unbelievable.
It melted and fucking didn't work.
And they had other people in the movie, like you have Batista and all these other people that, like, I believe they could beat people. And the old one, although it was silly, the lead guy's like, yeah, I can see him in the military. I don't see this dude in the lead of Dune being any type of military at all.
What about
maybe today's
new Ghostbusters? Is that any good? I heard it was like whatever.
They put in a lesbian scene for no goddamn reason. That made no sense.
Where? Which one?
In the recent one, when she fell in love with the ghost for no goddamn reason because she fucked up.
Okay.
Why was that in there?
It was okay. Yeah,
there was no reason for that to be in the movie.
There was
no reason for that to be. Come on,
it was.
There was no reason for it to be.
It was borderline weird.
Egon kind of looked like a lesbian back in that day.
He's a dude. We all lesbians. What you talking about? We're real dudes.
Yeah, I mean, it was borderline.
And you just and again, if those are his parents, or her parents,
I haven't seen it. So don't spoil. No spoilers.
And you know how they were back in the day. There's no way she would have been like that.
But
I just did it because they're trying to do. They're trying to do inclusion and all that.
I didn't like the first Ghostbusters redo one.
The first one was good.
It felt too much like Stranger Things.
Yeah, and it kind of feels the same way too. but the worst part is they're really bad at their job. They're really bad. The original Ghostbusters, like you might not like them, but they were really good at their job and they were right.
I like the first two. I didn't like the woman one. That one was weak.
This one seemed like too much of a history lesson.
Yeah,
like, it was too much history and not enough like.
Dude from Silicon Valley was in it though. Huh?
Yeah.
He was kind of funny. He's kind of like one of the funniest parts in it.
Yeah, but he's in it. Like I said, it's like, oh, this movie's not that good. How can we fix it? Well, we'll have the original guys in there and a gay subplot that made no sense.
It was kind of weird. The dynamic between them was kind of weird. I will say that. And they treat the dude from Stranger Things like he's a bitch.
They
won't even let him lead.
He looks like a possum.
Okay. But they won't let him. I mean, they won't even let him lead. So does his sister. She looked just as bad. They both look like they play in the WNBA. Yeah, I don't know. She just had like weird motives, but it was cool. I like the history aspect. I like the history part in it. I just think it was too much like history. Even though Ghostbuster is history, but it was also chasing ghosts and But you already know the history. It's just a nostalgia boner.
Ghostbusters 1 or Ghostbusters 2? That's the last thing I'm gonna say. Which one?
One for sure.
Oh man, that's a tough one.
One for sure, but I like 2.
I like 1. I like the soundtrack for 2 better. Except for other than the original theme, I
like both of them. I think it gets too much slack. I think they be hating on 2 way too much. 2 wasn't.
Oh, they hate on 2?
Oh, they hate on 2. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they definitely do.
I like 2. I think. I
like them too. My favorite is just
I like the whole Vigo shit. That was funny. And Janos, fucking weird.
Yeah, it was just like me. My favorite Indiana Jones is the Temple of Doom.
The child.
The child.
Ray Vigo.
I like Last Crusade. I think Last Crusade is like my favorite.
If you ask me which one's the best movie, it's Last Crusade. But if you ask me which one's my favorite, you call him Dr. Jones.
That new Indiana Jones was pretty fucking.
Oh my god! Come on, bro. You know how bad this new Indiana Jones was? It was so bad it made me want Shia LaBeouf back.
It was a one and done for me. I like that. I like this one with Shia actually.
Yeah, it made because I was like, I was kind of on the fence. But after I saw the Dial of Destiny, he was like, you know what, Shia, I gave you a bad rap. You can come back, please. Come back.
I think that was like the one and done. I don't think I'm gonna watch that one again. I didn't watch that.
It lost. It lost.
Crystal Skull.
Yeah, it made Crystal Skull. It was so bad. It was so bad to make Crystal Skull good, and it lost. Dial of Destiny lost like $500 million.
How much did it make?
It lost.
How much did it make though?
I don't know. All I know is the total. What they lost $500 million
because it cost about it cost about 300, I think, right?
300. Yeah, but that's just the film, not just the. They don't tell you. You know how Disney is. They don't tell you.
What do you got promotional and all that shit?
It was pretty bunk to me.
And I don't like her. Like, who is she? She's horrible. Who's this actress? I saw her on some comedy, whatever stuff.
Is she in Fleabag or some shit like that?
Yeah, I mean, this show was trash. I didn't watch that.
She's a Fleabag.
I've never seen it, but the bear told me about it.
I've never seen all that stuff. Like, oh.
No, but she's not weird too. She's like stealing shit and
yeah, that show's pretty weak. I'm gonna have to say some of these new redos are just shouldn't be done.
So a lot of these movies are just bad. They're just bad.
Yeah, I agree. They are.
Well, the problem is too, like you're trying to take shit from the '80s, which was like way more not having to worry about bullshit. Not having to worry about getting canceled and shit, and you're trying to bring it back, and it's like you can't do this shit now. You're not going to be able to do it properly. Like imagine if they try to do Married with Children again. What the fuck would the show be about?
No. Here's it. Now I will rebut. Is everyone would watch it. Everyone would like the show, and a small majority on Twitter or X would complain about it. And since you have to have DEI and everything,
Womack. He's very active on Twitter.
But most people, like when they watch, every time they talk about their favorite movies, it's the 2000s. It's the 90s. It's the 80s. It's not about the material or how people say or act. It's just everybody's so fucking sensitive because you have a small group of people that complain about that.
Well, this is that. It's gonna take somebody bold to just say fuck it. We're gonna just come out guns blazing, Andrew Dice Clay type comedy. Like we don't give a fuck.
Well, it's not. It's not the audience. The audiences will go see it. It's the small majority because
it's a minority getting too much of a fucking say on everything, and you're trying to appease. That's the thing. You're like he's right about that. You're trying to appease this small ass little section of it, and for whatever reason, they give this small pocket the fucking biggest fucking influence. The whole shit.
Right. This is like we just talked about the good times. Who asked for that? Who asked for the good times? Because nobody did. No one.
Racist fuckers in the South too.
No, no. Even they were like,
not even them. Not even them.
They were like, come on, we hate y'all. We dislike you. That's just evil.
You're like the X-Men. The X-Men cartoon too is cool. There's some weird.
I gotta watch it.
This past episode, I had a lot of questions about this past episode.
Mojo sucks. He's always been a weak ass character.
Well, that and then here's the problem with that. It's at least they're following the comics, but I'll just be honest. Not all the X-Men comics hit.
No,
a lot of the X-Men comics did not hit. Like that whole subplot with Rogue and Magneto, I hated that shit.
I'm surprised that shit hasn't got any blowback yet.
No, you know why? Because it's them cheating on a dude. If it was the other way around, how could they cheat on her? Like, no, but when you cheat on Remy, my boy, who didn't like Gambit?
I don't like any of them guys. I just
question about clothes style. I don't remember him wearing one of them cut off fucking shirts.
I love Gambit because he was
in the comics. He did.
He was because he always hitting on women. He was hitting on Rogue. I was like, yeah, if I saw her, I'd do the same damn thing. And then they'd get together and what she did to him, oh my God.
His power is just weak though. You just throw shit like you can still get shot in the face. Like same with Cyclops. Like you just shoot Cyclops.
No. You gotta keep her. What they did to your boy Cyclops, they get
Cyclops is the fucking weakest.
Nah. you gotta keep reading. Cyclops turned.
No, I'm talking about from the show, not the comics.
Oh, okay. In the comics, that boy turned to Stone Cold Steve Austin.
No, in the show, he just annoys the
shit. Yeah. Well, they did that because just like they did in the movies, because everybody liked Wolverine, and actually, I don't like Wolverine.
Okay, I'm Wolverine. I like Wolverine.
I've never liked I mean, I liked him in the TV show, but I read the comics, and I was like, why y'all doing Cyclops? That's not how Cyclops is. Like, why y'all doing Cyclops like that?
Jubilee is the weakest, and that's when Womack thinks is the hottest. What did he say? The hottest.
I
said Generation X Jubilee.
Yeah.
Shit.
Nah. Generation X Jubilee is pretty hot, but they but what they did to look what they did to Rogue into Storm. They were come on a 90 Storm and Rogue was
a brick house.
Yeah, and then what they did to both of them it's unforgivable. It's unforgivable.
I mean, Storm was all right. They had the 80s Storm.
She looked way better. She looked way better. And then the whole Madeline. I do like they do.
I don't mind Mohawk Storm though, because I mean, like I said,
it's not about that, bro.
80s.
If you go back and look at the cartoon, they made her chest and shoulders wider. And they made her hips wider. They made her less. They look.
Oh yeah. Well, you mean like they made them women?
No, no. They made them more feminine. They made them less feminine, more masculine. If you go
but I'm saying in the earlier ones.
Back in the day, they looked like women. Back now, they look like they're playing the WNBA.
Yeah.
The Madeline Pryor episode was drawn good, I thought.
Yeah. Yes.
Because they try to take the appeal of men out of completely out, right? Like even if it is drawn
and the
form.
Problem is that completely we are the ones who read the comics. They try to promote all these women who read it's like 5 of them.
Yeah.
Womack's one of them.
Yeah. Like the demographic. Yeah, but you're appealing to the wrong demographic, and it's not. You know what I mean? That's why you're losing the money. Like your focus is on the wrong.
And you can tell because they didn't do that shit to Barbie. They didn't change a thing about Barbie. They kept Barbie.
That movie
Barbie.
was trash. I was sleeping so many times.
No, I was rooting for Ken the whole time. I was like, please let
No, because I hate Ryan Gosling.
let my boy.
He can't even cover Petey, man. Can't even cover Petey.
I'm sorry. After he did Drive, he's okay with me.
He was a liability.
If you can't cover your liability like that on defense, I can't.
He made up for it on Drive, man.
Petey had to step in and do a big on him.
They were filming Fall Guy reshoots.
Oh, Fall Guy
at the studio.
Fall Guy was hilarious.
I don't remember that. I remember liking it as a kid, but I don't remember shit about it now.
Fall Guy.
He's a stunt guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That one. There were some weird ass 80s shows. I don't fucking just cutty.
Yeah,
they need to redo My Secret Identity. I don't know why they fucking did that shit. That one needs to fucking come back.
Well, they can't do it because it would be like your son. No, ma'am. My secret identity. I have 27 genders. I get to pick my secret identity.
Okay. Originally, it was just a kid who got blasted with a beam and had like superpowers.
Yeah, now he's going to be blasted with a beam and have titties.
Now you're going to blast with a beam in transition.
In transition.
Out of this world. Remember that shit? That shit was sick.
Yeah. Oh, the one where
Freezing Time. Evie.
Evie. Yeah. Oh, you know why we loved it? Because she was not 16. That they got a 25-year-old girl who was stacked to play that role.
She wasn't that stacked though. She wasn't
for the 90s. Yeah, she was.
Nah, I mean she was like typical. But she was a tolerable character, and I actually liked.
She was typical, and what goes a long way, especially when I've been going to Colombia and going to DR, is being thin.
Colombia.
Colombia. Oh my God.
You too. You can change your nationality as well, huh?
No, Belize. I don't have the money for Belize. That's what I want to be. But Colombia, there's one thing I learned from being in Colombia, right? If she's too fine, she's with the cartels.
That's why I don't want to go over there.
Oh no! You want to go there? No. You want to go? But if she's too fine, he's like, nah, you with the cartel. Somebody claimed you.
Well, as long as she's about 55, it's cool with me. Right?
This guy. Yeah, we know. Leo, you can post. Leo, go ahead and post the Discord.
All the Womack secrets.
The Womack shit.
The Womack memoirs.
Granny Goose.
No, he's got. So I forgot what fight it was. I think it was the. What was it? Was it the Pitbull
He's shoving that old ass interview lady. He was on.
It was an interview lady. I said, "Damn, I was like, she can kind of get it. She kind of fine." I'm like, "Who her?" I was like, yeah.
"Oh, her with the short hair."
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not.
She has that, but she looks old as shit.
She looks old as shit, dude. If you saw her out of the shower without the makeup, you'd be like, nah. I don't think
Who is she? I don't even know what her name is. What is her name?
Now he wants to know her name. See this guy.
Hold on. I used to know her. I'm not gonna hold you, Omac.
She's on DAZN, right?
Yeah, I felt the same way. But then I was like, it's like Renelle. For years, Renelle was hiding her face because she would have all that goddamn makeup on. Then you see her now, and she looked like a gremlin. She went from looking like a Pagmai to a gremlin.
Oh, that's the first time I see her. I was just like, oh yeah, she can get it. That was it.
I gotta cut out, fellas. But
all right,
we're gonna do an episode next week, or we're gonna wait another 2 months, or what?
We could do one next week.
We could do one.
He says that, but then when it comes to showtime, he's gonna disappear.
Yeah. Well, I had time today.
I had time today.
We had time today.
All right, I'll catch you guys on the next one.
If I don't
Snip working tonight? You working tonight, Snip?
No,
I'm already off. I'm home.
He's off. You hear him stuffing his face? Come on home.
Yeah, I was eating hella raviolis.
Good shit, Speedy. Good shit.
Go Joseph Westlake. I need vacation. We're gonna take a GDB's.
Oh, for real?
GDB's cruise.
Skip for me with the cruise.
All right, I'll catch y'all later.
Yeah. I played Schmidt. I played football with Aaron Rodgers' older brother.
Oh, nice.
That's my claim to fame. Oh, and I tackled. Well, you also Womack. No, I tackled.
DJ Williams.
No.
Or Maurice Jones.
Remember we had the scrimmage? I was the only one tackling him, and I was looking for help.
because I was injured and then fucking didn't play because I'm
not saying you. I'm on the remember because you're on the sideline and everybody's cheering. Oh,
I don't think I went to Dallas. I don't think I went to that De La Salle.
It was in Emeryville. You were there because we were all at Emeryville because we all wanted to get out of class. And nobody, you weren't playing. My brother played because my brother was playing left. B was there. And nobody fucking tackled him. They were like, "Oh, I heard about him." I didn't know. I didn't know who he was. I knew who DJ Williams was. I didn't know who Maurice Jones-Drew was.
Yeah, because they were on the same squad.
Yeah, I didn't know who he was. And then this bowling ball hits me in my fucking chest, and I'm going back 5 yards. And y'all all cheering me, "Oh, Will, you're doing a great job." And I was like, and I tackled him again. When I say tackle, I mean he ran into me for like 5 or 6 yards, and I wouldn't let go. "Oh, you did it." Everybody at the end, their coaches, y'all, "Oh, you did a good job." Bro, I was in Epsom salt.
That's what,
hurt.
Dude, yeah. That was no joke. Yeah, because I got injured right before all that stuff. Because were you doing the challenge with us and we're doing all the fundraising and everything?
Yeah, because we were trying to, we were doing that for.
It was the challenge.
I had what's his name for my senior project, and then we were also saving up money to go to the Black student college thing. So I had to save up money for that. So everybody was doing it for different. But yeah,
we were doing because you were Blackshear, right?
Yeah.
We're
RIP Blackshear.
Yeah, we were all doing that shit. Were you with us too? We're doing that shit, and we're on Bayshore seeing Fote at the
Yeah. Well, no, we saw because remember when we used for practice, Blackshear would make us run all the way up to
Burton.
To Burton.
Yeah,
we would see all them up there. And when I lived in Vallejo, in 88, 89, Earl, I never called him E40 because when I was a little kid, his cousins lived down the street from me. He was just Fat Earl.
Yeah, he I knew his brother Wacky in the wheelchair. So his brother's paralyzed right from the fucking face down.
Yeah.
I partied with him. That was in Fairfield though, and I was kicking. I was getting with D-Shot. I shot a when I was on my videographer shit. I did like a little interview for Sugar T. I was doing stuff like that. I fucking edited, did all that.
Talking about good female rapper. There we go.
Oh, Sugar T. Yeah, she wasn't too bad. But I'm not putting them up on the. Never mind.
Oh,
compared
to this era, she would wipe the floor with everybody.
Oh, anyone from if you're gonna do that, then anyone then would do that.
That's the same thing with Sugar Ray Robinson. Please don't tell me. Oh, blood. He would be a good challenger for Sugar Ray Robinson. He would in no way, shape, or form beat him. No. And he's not beating Stone Hands at 135. He is not beating him at 135, 140. That dude, oh my God.
No, look, I mean, Bud's, I'm not taking nothing away from Bud. Like, Bud is definitely he's that dude now.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you can't, he's for sure that fucking dude now. Yeah. Whether he's goated, if he does clean, I mean, Lorder, but I mean, I don't know. I have to debate that one a little bit.
And you got to remember, there's more weight classes.
But so
so 140. So remember, 140 didn't exist and 154 didn't exist.
Yeah, because they were all kind of clumped together within, like a.
Well, no, it was back in the day. So
it was like a 15-pound, like.
Yeah, well, back in the day, they were. Well, remember, people were smaller back then. So what they do to overcome people because they don't have the skill like they had back in the day, but they're better athletes per se, or they spend more time in the gym. But people back then didn't eat like we eat now. So going from 135 to 147 was a big deal because they were smaller people, weight class wise. They were still big, but they knew how to cut weight better and they did it naturally. And they're kind of like Triple G. Remember, he's always at 160. Never had a problem going up or down. He always said 160 because it's a throwback to how it used to be back in the day. So when you tell me he's a 3-weight champion, it was like, well, back in the day, Sugar Ray Robinson couldn't be a 3-weight champion because there was no 140 and there was no 154, but he was a 2-weight champion at 147 and 160. Yeah, and he never weighed in at 160. He was always 152. At the heaviest, I think he was a 152, 153. And then we if you want to talk about somebody who's really hardcore, Ezard Charles, right, was a middleweight champion, was a lightweight champion, was a heavyweight champion, and a cruiserweight champion. That's just crazy.
I don't know who the hell that is. So you lost me there. Well, definitely lost me there. But
check out Ezard Charles. He's a beast.
It's all good. It's teachers. I asked ChatGPTs, by the way, if who would win. They were like, well, they're from different eras and it's hypothetical. So at the end of the day, it's all speculative. Yeah, I was like, man, whatever. All right. In
other words, ask Will will tell you. It's just like Will Chamberlain. I was there's a brother on YouTube talking about it, right? Shaq. How many Hall of Famers did Shaq centers at his position did he beat in the finals?
Beat. They play Houston?
Not who he played, who he beat.
I know, but he never beat the Houston, right?
Right.
No. Yeah.
He didn't beat San Antonio when they had David Robinson. And he didn't.
No, but he played against them and was dominant more often than not.
No, not against. When he played Elijah one, he got his points, but no one would say he was dominant. When they played San Antonio, they got swept. They got swept by Houston. They got swept by the Spurs in '99.
What are you talking about?
They got swept by Detroit, and that was Ben Wallace. So anytime he played a Hall of Fame center, he got whipped, and that's more games. But they want to talk stuff about Will Chamberlain. Will Chamberlain beat 8 Hall of Fame centers. He actually played more Hall of Fame centers than Shaq.
Yeah, but there was only 8 fucking teams when this motherfucker played.
8 to 15. Yeah, which is even worse. That means you're playing them even more. Like, I'm playing a Hall of Famer. I'm playing a Hall of Famer. And remember that if out of any position, the center position is not going to change from then to now. Because you can't teach height, and the game started inside out. So
but you're gonna play more of them, though. You talking about 8 teams compared to fucking like over 20?
But you're always playing a Hall of Famer. It's like, oh god, I got to play Nate Thurman every day. I got to play what's his name on the Celtics every fucking day. I got to play Willis Reed. I got to play he's the best.
But still, though, it's like,
but you're still playing the best, and you're playing the best at that position. It's not like the center position has gotten better. It's actually gotten worse. Actually, they're trying to phase out the center position. The most rules in the NBA.
Now
has been not just now. They've been trying to phase out the NBA, the center position since Kareem. Because they didn't remember what they did to Kareem when he came into the league? They outlawed dunking because of Kareem.
Well, so the motherfucker didn't even have to leave the ground to fucking dunk. Fucking just do like
that's not his fault. But by the time you got to the 80s, you had 1 or 2 top centers, and usually they weren't even 7 feet tall.
There's got to be a point to where they got to raise this motherfucker at least fucking 6 inches to a foot, fucking more than. Because this 10 inch rim? This 10 foot shit.
Dude, look at Wembanyama is getting packed at the rim by our boy Trace. Mm-hmm. And Trace 6'9". The rim is just fine. They need to lower the rim for the women. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, well, that too. Fucking do the crank. Fucking crank it down. It down.
Trace Davis got a 40-inch vertical and he's 6'9". Yeah. They don't need to. We good. We're good. And they still missing layups. Womack, they still missing layups, bro.
Yeah. You're true. Yeah.
They still been. Remember Otis Thorpe? Because he was drafted in 84 on Mike. Otis Thorpe wouldn't miss them layups. And he wasn't even a star player. He was a good player, but he wasn't a star.
Yeah,
in this league, he would be a star.
Yeah, but this is all more out there. But like I'm saying though, everything it's more entertainment wise. So when you get more into the fucking the money shit,
I
into the
guess
fucking
it's
thing,
more
shit gets
but
more
the
shit gets sacrificed. Yeah,
but the viewership is going down. They haven't had the viewership. The high. You know what the highest finals was after Michael? It was like what was it? The 2018. It took them
it's
that
the one
long.
we were in. Yeah, it was the one.
It took them that long. Yeah.
In.
Yeah, and it compares nothing to what Michael Jordan and Larry Bird and Magic Johnson were doing. So we're not in the height of basketball. The height of basketball was the 80s and 90s. That's the most viewership. It's been going down ever since.
It's the most viewership, but that's also because you had it was way more like exciting. You had fucking, I don't want to say like better players, but you kind of had like better players.
I'll say it. They had better players.
Yeah,
Here's how you know you have better players. Luka probably could not make the team in the 80s. Luka could not play in the 80s.
I mean, he could. It just
okay, but what position would he play? Because he's not playing point guard. I'll tell you that much.
No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't be on fucking.
So what would he play?
He could probably be a forward. I'd see him as like a small forward or something like that.
Small forward in the 80s.
Yeah. With Luka
cooked. He can barely dunk. He misses dunks. He couldn't play in the 80s.
But he wouldn't have to because he'd fucking have a shot.
His shot, he don't even shoot that well. He doesn't shoot. And remember, the space would be horrific for him. Because remember, the defense, you could do hand checking, the technical. I just watched the 86 finals again. We had Elijah One, Sampson, Parrish, Larry, all of them. They had a fight, and they had a fight in the finals. And they're like, all right.
That's one thing he wouldn't survive. He wouldn't survive a fucking punch from nobody. And that they used to fucking fight.
Kareem and the Lakers. I'm like, bro, they would fight. No one would get ejected. And they're like, all right, y'all done? Now get back to playing.
Yeah.
He wouldn't survive. And in the 90s, when they got even more athletic, he couldn't survive. How was he playing in the 90s?
Well, no, they got athletic, but they got like bigger too, and a lot more like most. I mean, fuck, you talking about like Larry Johnson and shit like that, and like.
Yeah, well, actually, they got smaller because the center starts to fade away, and the power forward starts to take over.
Yeah, but they get smaller, probably in fucking height, but not in like fucking body like build.
Okay,
like,
but that's even worse. That's even worse for Luka.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
and then the early 2000s with like the Detroit teams, those defensive Detroit teams, those Laker teams, the San Antonio teams, even the Houston teams, like he wouldn't survive. And there's no space. There's just no space. And then his dribbling would be okay, but again, he wouldn't be a point. Like Kobe would eat his lunch. Springwell would eat his lunch. Like, dude, where is he playing? What position? He can only play in this NBA. So how is he great? He's not. He's great for this era.
No, I don't think so. I said fuck Luka. I don't care about Luka.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not just him. A lot of those guys. Kyrie would be in trouble because all the stuff we call magic.
I like Kyrie.
Yeah, well, yeah, but his handles are all travel in the 1980s and early 90s. Come on, man.
Well, most of the motherfuckers are now anyway. So I mean,
yeah. Well, I'm just talking about can they transition over? That's the issue I always say. The older players are better because they're like, oh, so I can carry now? Oh, you're giving me 3 extra steps because I get there's 3 steps, a gather, and then after you gather, you can take another step to shoot the ball. So basically, you got 5 steps.
Yeah, but they also aren't doing fucking underhand fucking free throws and shit like that.
Yo, that's the 60s and 70s. Who was doing that in the 80s, bro? Magic Johnson actually shot 70. Karl Malone came in shooting 63%. By the time 89 came through, 88, he was up to 70 and 80. John Stockton, 80, 70. Hornacek, 80, 70. Mark Price, 90. Your boy Reggie Miller, 87. He always shot 80% from the all your stars still shot 70% from the free throw line. What are we talking about? You don't put Wilkins in this NBA? Oh Lord. He'd be the MVP.
Oh yeah, he fucking shit on everybody. Well, no, man. But I will say I fuck with you guys way too longer than I should have. And I need to need to get the fuck out of here. So we're gonna out. Thank y'all. Smitty, Vet.
Right off everybody tuning in.
Money. Of course, William. Course.
Right on, Will.
Thanks for coming through. Anytime, boy. Like I said, you're already part of it, so it's whatever. I'm not even gonna include you fucking no more shit. It's automatically gonna say you just in there.
Well, thank you.
Anyway, so once again, if you haven't already, y'all, go ahead and hit the like, subscribe, and then hit the bell, because as you can see, we've been out of here for a month, and we don't know when the fuck we're coming on, but trust me, as soon as we know, you will know. So hit that bell, click all. So after that, then we the fuck out of here.
Bastards with a Z. Remember that.
Bastards with a Z. You got a link tree now. So fuck saying all that shit. Chat GDBs
coming soon.
Coming soon.
All right.